Hennessy and hand grenades, gunpowder and holy water. Hennessy and hand grenades, gunpowder and holy water. Hard call to be this way until my outro. Fuck around and turn LA into the South Pole. Praying on my downfall, hating on the down low. Take my name in vain when you say it, it's a mouthful. Burning sage, let it permeate. It feels like we're a world away, distant. Forgive me for my worldly ways, face judgment when I learned to fake interest. Burning frankincense at the pearly gates entrance, yeah. This gunpowder and holy water. The son's proud of the Holy Father. Grow sunflowers in total darkness. Got a dungeon that's underground for tortured artists. All my demons get along. They tell me trust your instincts even when they're wrong. Treachery amongst friends, you could read it in your palm. Cutting off your right hand like a thief in the Quran, yeah. Juggling Hennessy and hand grenades. Balancing enemies with family strains. Learning everybody can't be saved. At times you gotta amputate, cut them off. Ignore the phantom pains, fuck them off. She say she love me, but I don't know. She got a nose like a snow blow. Cops Kane, that's my dog, he wouldn't roll over. All my life I flirt with death and got the cold shoulder. Hennessy and hand grenades, gunpowder and holy water. Hennessy and hand grenades, gunpowder and holy water. Hard code, I'll be this way until my outro. Fuck around and turn LA into the South Pole. Goes without saying, so my mouth closed. I seen cousins banging different rags, staying in the same household. Now you staring at a killer. We run the jungle floor out here scaring the gorillas. Got me spitting coke, both my parents were familiar. Same feeling, had my pops running errands for the dealer. They said I fell off, then I reappeared. If this ain't what you want, it's what you need to hear. What's realer than that? Breaking out, I got an itch that only my first million can scratch. Yeah, most high of dollar signs. Money's my religion, both middle fingers high. Give a fuck about the system. To me, the mainstream is just a puddle that I piss in. If I go underground, that's when I tunnel out of prison. Went from skimp blunts to backwoods, to Brinks trucks from canned goods. From secondhand to tailor stitching. So none of y'all made me, y'all just made me different. Hennessy and hand grenades, gunpowder and holy water. Hennessy and hand grenades, gunpowder and holy water.
I counted up 100, that was all facts. Me and Billy bankroll, seen it all stack. I fucked your dream girl and never called back. Ain't scared of jail, send me where my dog's at. I got a hard pass, I might fuck your bitch tonight. With a glass to that Diddy, ho, we sippin' white.
Till I can't see straight, throw hands till I hear them sirens. Tears running down my face. God's cry when the sky is falling now. Just might running down for the love of the chase. Just might for the thing for the folks in my watch. Just might
catch a case if you lames out of place.
Just might
grab a case, take it straight to the face.
Just might running down for the love of the chase.
Hold on, you got me fucked up. Old land in my veins, what you made of? If you ain't fucking with a nigga saying I don't wanna fake love. I don't need no more, but I'm still gon' go for it.
Oh my, bitch don't like broke boys. So if she leave me, then she fucking with my homeboys. Rich gang, gold band, blue strip gang. Thought the game was on lock to the crib gang. Bust brains, it's a Benz, not a Mustang. Sipping out the bottle, we don't need a cup, man. You can tell by the test that I'm gang banging. That bitch'll fuck you if you broke, but your name ringing. Tired of these niggas claiming my city. I'm the only crip poppin' who is not Nipsey. I been got the strap before they shot 50. Sold crack to a smoker looking like Whitney. Blue rag hanging out the backside, only on the left side, yeah, that's the crip side. Snoop said it first, I just said it better. Fuck a stripper named Fendi in a Gucci sweater. Whole lot of gang shit, gang shit. All my exes pussy good, but they ain't shit. Whole lot of gang shit, gang shit. All All my exes pussy good, but they ain't shit. Oh my, it's just me and my woes. I put the bros before hoes, I need racks for a show. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Oh my, it's just me and my woes. I put the bros before hoes, I need racks for a show. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Oh my, mama ain't raise a hoe. Big gun, let it blow just to let a nigga know. Don't try me, I'll take the 12 on the high speed, juice like a hot seed. All black, I think I'm Spike Lee. Is you rolling, bitch? I might be. I don't wear condoms with the wifey, and I don't give a fuck if you don't like me. Jigga on the jet skis, looking crazy. My partner really in the kitchen, out there cooking, baby. Hoes like dope boys. Oh my, bitch don't like broke boys. I said it last verse, I just said it better. Fuck a stripper named Fendi in a Louis sweater. Whole lot of gang shit, gang shit. All my exes pussy good, but they ain't shit. Whole lot of gang shit, gang shit. All my exes pussy good, but they ain't shit. Oh my, it's just me and my woes. I put the bros before hoes, I need racks for a show. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Oh my, it's just me and my woes. I put the bros before hoes, I need racks for a show. That's how it goes. That's how it goes.
That's my GEECH. Remix it. Remix! That's my GEECH GOTTI.
Hey.
Yeah.
Meanwhile on Earth, we're sitting here with none other than Sahtyre. What's up, bro?
What up, G?
How you been, man?
Awesome. I
That's
like the
what's
like
up.
initial interview handshakes as if we haven't like been kicking it for like 15 minutes. You gotta like redo those so they know that.
Let's
we
run
just-
this one back. Well, that was actually CGI, but they don't know about that. Avo, and his CGI,
That's a Rituals of Mine shirt.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
dope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's my interview costume, actually. I think
This is
I've worn
fire.
it for every podcast so far.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, exactly. How you been, man?
Great. Fucking amazing.
We have been kicking it, but to my credit, I purposely haven't been asking you anything. Just like, oh, what's up?
This is true. This is true. He was
Just
saving.
sat
He was
down,
saving. He was definitely
like, I'm gonna
saving
save.
the real questions.
You we're starting a little late, but interesting. I wanted to ask you about the Lyft ride here. I seen on your story you were posting.
It sucks
Homie
because
was like,
everything that I say right now is going to be fucking hilarious and a little bit mean, and then he's probably going to see the shit.
Yeah.
So it's going
good.
to make me look like a fucking asshole.
No, it's good. It's growing,
But- I mean, it was just the fucking, all right, first of all, I took a fucking Lyft line. You know what I'm saying? The equivalent of the Uber
I've
pool.
never done that. Okay, so it's like an Uber pool
the
where
same
you
exact
pick up
shit.
other people on the way.
I
and-
fucked up, bro.
Is it the one where it drops you off like in the general
In the general
vicinity? Like, oh yeah,
That's
we're
like,
in Santa Monica.
That's like I've definitely done that before. That's like Uber, like I forget what they
Express
call
or
it.
something?
Yeah, Express,
Yeah, yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
They're like, yeah, nigga, we'll pick
That's
you
the
up from
opposite
the hood.
though. Express
They're
is like a
Express
faster.
is supposed to be from, how's it Express? And I gotta like walk to the bus stop.
yeah.
They're low key caking for like making you do half the work. That
Right?
shit is
Yeah.
kind of
No, you come to us.
Anyway, so I get in the. Granted, I was already finna be late. I work my lateness into the. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'll be 15 minutes late.
We'll turn it
If
into
I
a
leave right here,
bit.
it'll be cool. So I definitely like got in the whip definitely late. But bro, First
Gandalf
of all,
said, though, you know, wizards are never late. They arrive exactly when they intend
I mean,
to.
that's how I feel.
You're like a
I don't know how
lyrical
everybody
wizard.
else feel about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Personally, I wasn't really, you know, tripping.
No, I wasn't. No one's tripping. This is.
But
no one's
sometimes that
watching this
happens.
anyway.
You feel? And then fucking. So we get in. There's already 2 people in there. You know, separate people that he has to fucking go drop off separately. There's fucking hella fucking construction. I'm over there in like the Hollywood Hills, which is already not that close to here. It's a cool 30 minutes, just regular without traffic.
Right.
This nigga goes the wrong way like 5 times, bro. Because there's fucking, he's looking at his, you know, ways or whatever.
Yeah.
But there's like a bunch of different fucking
Random
constructions.
shit.
So he keeps on like looking at the shit instead of like thinking with his mind. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, look, go this way, go that way, and go back to the other. Like, what do you, you know what I'm saying? So he was doing that. And then he's like, all right, we're gonna go this way. I'm like, bro, like, you should probably just go all the way down through K-Town shit and hit the 10, bro. Like, he's like, no, I'm gonna take the 405. This nigga's from Atlanta or some shit, bro. So, like, which he said, and I'm like, bro, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, don't do it, bro.
Right.
Hops on the fucking 174 to the whatever, 101, you know, 405 over there. It's a fucking parking lot. It doesn't matter what. I feel like if it's not like 10:35 a.m. to like 11 a.m., you're done.
It's like people are handing out flyers.
Yeah, you feel me, bro? So we're in there, and then of course he's like, yeah, I rap. You know what I'm saying? Like he got like his little fucking like bleach blonde hair and all that shit. And he's like, you know, yeah, I'm a rap artist. You know, anytime you say you're a rap artist, I don't know about that. Like that already sounds crazy, bro. Like you don't say I rap or you don't say I'm a rapper or I'm an artist. You say I'm a rap artist.
Yeah, you're trying to cover too much ground there.
Here we go, nigga. Yeah. And so he slapped at least fucking 9 fucking half of his new album or whatever. I don't know, it's unreleased or some shit. And you know, I'm gonna be real, like 2-3 of the beats was pretty fire, but this shit was just not clapping. And it's like, nigga, how do you not feel the vibrations in the car of nobody like fucking with your shit? And so
it's a stock stereo too.
And then
the Toyota Tercel.
The thing is, usually that happens, and then like you're about to get out. But like now I have to spend like at least an extra 25 minutes after this fucking awkward moment.
Where you're like anticipating like what's next.
Yeah,
is
and
this
like
the last
at
the end of each song? As the song's winding down, you're like,
nah, he won't
is that
stop.
it?
And I, you know, and then I'm like trying to pick the good shit out of certain songs. So I'm like, oh, like that melody's cool. You know,
I like the hi-hat on this joint. Like, you always
you know
do
when
that.
you're kind of an asshole when you're doing that. Because I'm not
when you
saying
pick one
the shit's
thing that
trash.
you can say.
I'm just trying to look on the bright side, I guess. So I'm like,
oh, that's vocals
that melody
over,
was cool, or like that reverb fire. Like,
exactly.
But then every time I would do that, I would fuck myself because then he would be like, "Oh, you like that one? Then you'll like this one." And then I was like, "No." So he just kept slapping him, bro. Yeah. And I just got fed up, and I was just some like egotistical asshole shit. But I was just like, I just gotta slap my shit, bro. I can't let him ride around.
We're about to hit double digits with the song.
Yeah, I can't let him ride around thinking that he's the man in this car right now. like you're dead, bro. Yeah. So I just slapped the car. I'm an asshole, bro. I gave him my album. I didn't want to give him an album. I actually debated it in my mind for like 2 minutes. Like, do I want to give him an album?
Through multiple songs, that's what you were thinking.
And then I heard one that I was like, I have to. I was like, I gotta give him an album. And so, you know, he put it on, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, this shit is tight." And I was just like, that's all I wanted, I guess. It's like I just wanted him to like.
The mental,
like side by side, exactly. Side by side. I'm like, hey, I don't have to say it. Okay. But nigga, you heard the Sonics, nigga. Like
it's like a child shooting the hoops or whatever, and just be like, oh, that was good. You had good form on that one. Boom, boom, and just like
3
throw that
shit. Just like,
all right then.
Obviously, you feel me? So,
Yo, the Uber pool and like Lyft line is like.
I should have.
You remember in like high school when only one person had the car and you guys would mob out and be like, "Yo, swooping Alex here. Can you meet us at the Safeway that's on the way?"
That was my homie Randy, bro. That's basically was a Lyft line. That was the early Lyft line, bro. It's the homie with the permit. It's like the 16, 17-year-old homies with the permit.
You'd have to walk to the close destination on
For real.
on
Man, when we used to sneak to the fucking Project Blow, nigga, we had some straight up like fucking like Mission Impossible level fucking covert operations going down. I used to fucking, so I lived in Long Beach, bro, which is
what, like an hour or something?
damn near. At that time of night when we would go, 11, midnight, it's still like 45 minutes, you feel me? But nigga, we had the plan. So Randy's dad worked graveyard shift and walked to his job. So mind you, he's only like fucking half a mile away.
Right.
He leaves at like, I don't know, 11. And our shit is like basically, nigga, midnight on the dot. Like, you're in the corner of my block, and I'm either there by 12:02 or you did. You feel me? Like, sometimes you wait a little longer. But nigga, sometimes my pops would be literally in the fucking room next door to my fucking room, bro. Like, watching TV and shit.
You have to sneak out.
Bro, and I fucking, I go out the window, like, fucking pop off the fucking screen, fucking sneak out.
Yeah.
And fucking go meet Randy on the corner and fucking dip to the Blow, come back at like 5:30 a.m., bro, hop in the bed, fully clothed. Pops come banging on the door at like 6:15. Like, get your ass up for school. And I'm like, yeah, like, nigga. That nigga got hot when I had like 49 absences on Friday, nigga. I did not go to school Friday. I couldn't.
So talk about, I'm sure a lot of folks know, but a lot of folks might not know Project Blowed. So when you were sneaking out and going, because I feel like it's a piece of history, at least got to touch on a little bit when you were going. What was popping? What was the atmosphere?
It's crazy because I feel like I was probably in a rare time because I was like one of the youngest motherfuckers around there when it was still like really lit, like 300 people, 200 people there every Thursday night for fucking years straight, you know what I'm saying? And you would go there. The first person that told me to go there, the reason I went there was because I fucking met Kale on the internet, bro. Probably rapmusic.com, probably. I met Kale, bro, on the internet, and I shot him like one of my fucking first songs that I fucking ever
Did you already seen footage of him, like battle footage?
Are you
on, like,
kidding me? No, bro.
I
looked up to fucking
I remember seeing
Kale and No Can and fucking, you know what I'm saying? I already knew who all those dudes were, you know what I'm saying? So he reached out to me and was like, yo, like, you sound dope, but like, you need to come here, basically. And I'm like,
sharpen the sword.
And I'm like, nigga, I'm like 14 years old, bro. I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to come there? What do you mean?
Was it 21 and over too?
No, it's just outside. It's just in the fucking. It's just everywhere. Right. Probably to go inside. I mean, they ain't tripping like that over there.
Right.
But it was more of a fucking community outside type of shit anyway, where you just fucking congregate, and we fucking ended up making it happen because Randy was a fucking hip hop like fucking connoisseur, you know, super fucking backpacker ass white boy rapper nigga. So it was like he was all about it, and the fact that he could steal his fucking pop's van on Thursdays, it just conveniently worked out that his pops fucking worked. But we never got caught by my pops or his pops ever, and we did it for like 3 years. Nigga, maybe missed, 10 Thursdays out the year, bro. Like, we were going crazy. Never got caught, bro. It was just meant to be. But nigga, we pulled up there, because it was always, I'm sure you had the same shit, nigga. You was the best nigga at the middle school, at the fucking high school, fucking, lunch tables and shit.
Country world,
and see, I grew up, universe, multiverse, whatever. But it was like, see, I started school when I was young, so I was always like 2 years younger than my class. So by the time I graduated high school at like 15, like turning 16 type shit. Plus my birthday's in September, so it's fucking late in the year. So like I was always like the fucking young fucking nigga, you know what I'm saying? That nigga's like, nigga, you young, you know what I'm saying? Like basketball. So I had to be better, but it made me better because I'm always playing with motherfuckers and rapping with motherfuckers that are older. So it always made me like have to fucking go harder. And so when Kale did that, and I fucking first went to the blow, you know, I fucking think I'm fucking dope, nigga, and you know what I'm saying? And then I go and just start hearing nigga fucking otherwise, bro.
Right.
Fucking No Can and Kale and these niggas like actually freestyling. And I freestyle, nigga, but nigga, my shit was garbage.
Right.
I thought my shit was tight, you know what I'm saying? And when I seen the level that these motherfuckers were creating shit at, and just like the passion and just like...
It's like walking into the Kumite.
It was,
like, shit.
It was like, straight up like a fucking rap dojo, bro. It was some wild shit that I had never experienced that I didn't even know was really going on. Like, of course, I heard, you know, I knew AC Alone and fucking Fellowship, and I was slapping, you know, old Slim Shady and all those. I knew, obviously, nigga, Wu-Tang. But like, I didn't know none of those niggas. I was the best rapper I knew. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I met like the best rappers in the fucking world. Nigga, and so that jump, nigga, from best rapper at fucking high school lunch table to fucking otherwise, who had just beat Eminem in the fucking Rap Olympics right around that time, I want to say. Like, it was right around, a little later, but right around that time. That nigga was on fire, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn, like, nigga, I'm not tight. You know what I mean? I was like, nigga, I got a long way to go. But that shit, I'm in Psychosis, bro.
Right,
fucking, are you kidding me?
Crazy,
Fucking, all the homies, why not, bro? And so...
I used to watch that shit online, like, bro, you know, just what would, before, because this is obviously prior to YouTube, I would, on rapmusic.com.
It was right before y'all, I started seeing you and Pete, like...
Yeah, I would watch
Pete, by the way, not the Saurus. I seen him tweet that one day, like, he's the only battle rapper that... niggas only addressed by his like,
him. I get it. I think it's just so many of us, or so many times in battles, people have been like Greg and Pete.
Like, it's like some 8 Mile shit. No, but yeah.
I was watching that shit, watching Kale and all the like the footage that would get sent up. I remember like some Bruce Lee or loose leaves.
Yo, I know that shit.
Or something like that.
Yeah. I remember that like Kale shit. Yeah, that was Kale. I remember that shit.
Yeah, I can't remember who he was battling.
He was battling Golden Boy. I remember that shit. I remember that shit. Yeah, that's why he said the Bruce Lee shit. It was a Golden Boy. It was an Asian dude from I want to say the Bay. Maybe he was from LA. Yeah. But I remember that shit, bro. That was one of the first times I ever seen that shit.
And that shit was so foreign to me at the time. Yeah. So like I can only imagine walking into it.
Bro,
you know?
It was crazy. Yeah. There's fucking 5 ciphers going on at the same time. It was back when niggas just learned how to fucking start really, really rapping like crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like, I mean, they've been doing it, but it's like niggas started taking it to another level, like right around that time.
Yeah, it's like all competitive sport. You know, just keeps
exactly. Breakthroughs, just sharpening the sword. And so, you know, I was just a fucking loudmouth ass. You know what I'm saying? Couple bars, like I'm trying to fucking be her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I used to fucking that shit just like.
You think that obviously was like a big step in leveling up, was being around
by
there
far.
And being humbled, huh?
By far, that shit made me, you know, I went from being the best to like, you know, not top 20, you know what I'm saying? So it's like maybe not even top 50, you know what I'm saying? Right. At first, so it's like, oh shit, like I got a lot of room for improvement.
That was definitely my experience coming out like here, like LA, the Bay, San Diego, when I started traveling for battles around like, I don't know, probably like 17 or something like that. Yeah. Because, you know, like you said, I
started seeing your shit.
Yeah, but I was like, you know, the guy, like I was the best in my school, and then people come from other schools.
Best in the region.
And then when I started entering battles in Portland, you know, I'd win or at least, you know, get robbed in the finals or something.
Always.
But then when I came down, it was like that. I imagine it being like that feeling of like, oh shit,
I was just
like losing second round to like, you know, Franco or getting just like face pushed. You know, by like Bo Rat or No Can Do or you know what I mean? And be like, oh, okay, yeah, there's levels to this.
These niggas do crazy.
Yeah.
And so I mean, that's just that shit was dope because that was, you know, I was like starting to make music, but my focus was definitely just like rapping and lyricism and shit. You know what I'm saying? At the beginning, even before battling. Battling was just always like a part of it. People don't understand, like, because like so many people at this point have went from not rapping at all to battle rapping and shit like that. That I don't think they understand. Like for me personally, that shit was always just like an accessory. That shit was like a fucking just one thing in the fucking tool belt. It was like something that we had to learn how to do because that's just how niggas like express themselves and like let you know that they thought they was more superior than you and fucking more skilled and more witty and more clever. And so it was like, it was never a thing like we're battling. You know what I mean? It was just like, nah, we rapping, everyone rapping, but I don't really fuck with this nigga. So I'm gonna start picking on it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fucking just start fucking with him.
And it would be like that, like
if he bites back, then I'm gonna fucking smash him. And it was just like, that was just the culture. It wasn't like a, all right, we're battling. You know what I'm saying? Right. So the shit that it's evolved into is fucking super crazy to watch because it started from just like a side effect of like normal fucking primal human interactions in a fucking circle of motherfuckers that are saying syncopated rhythms. You feel me? Like it's just like I don't feel that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I would just fuck with him. You know?
A pickup game or basketball games and then the one-on-one game.
Yeah. It's
and
just
now
like
the one-on-one game is
like
a league. It's a league
exactly.
of one-on-one.
That's perfect. It's like that. Now it's like one-on-one championships, and it's like, whoa, how did
that was just the thing. If you didn't like someone in the pickup game, you would go to a different court and just run it.
I'm a one. It's like no, now that's the sport.
Yeah, I just got into basketball. Just playing
I only play one-on-one. Imagine the. But there's people like that from Rucker or like from not to say, but you know, there's people that are like, nah, they will wash you one-on-one.
Right.
But they're definitely not.
You don't want to be on the same team.
They're definitely not going to win the games.
Yeah.
But it's the same type of shit like that. And so seeing that shit and niggas be like, oh, you battle rap, or you're like, that shit's always been weird to me hearing that term.
Yeah.
Just because everyone that rapped battle rapped. Where I came from. It wasn't a difference. It was just rapping. And nigga, we clown. Nigga, nonstop 24/7. That's what the fuck we do. So it's like, of course we gonna clown you.
Yeah,
Bro, my first time ever fucking rapping ever was a fucking battle rap. Just from clowning, like, nigga, on accident. Like, nigga, I made it rhyme. Nigga was clowning. I come back, it rhymed. Boom.
Yeah.
It was no fucking time.
All right.
Like,
now you, in a week, we're going to reconvene
in a week.
At high noon.
I don't like you. But I like that shit now because that shit is fucking straight up boxing, fucking wrestling match. Nigga, like this. You got these fucking iconic fucking personalities. They're not people anymore. They're just fucking personalities that are fucking, you know, you got your bruiser, you got your motherfucking finesse,
fighting
you got your you got
shit,
your Muay Thai nigga, you got your fucking grappler, you got
and when they prepare for a fight or a battle, they'll prepare for that opponent. Even like in the infancy of like fighting, fools were training.
Exactly.
And then whoever you fight that week, or it might be a tournament.
You know, when you got like Def Jam Vendetta and shit, you know, it's like, oh, this nigga's move is this.
Which was the
like,
game, by the way.
That's the best rap game.
Yeah,
by far.
For sure.
Such they need to make make a fucking Def Jam Vendetta 4 or whatever we on. Nigga.
Granted though, like the created character, no matter what, looked the same. No matter what,
no way to make him look different, just different shades of human.
And you
but he looked exactly the same.
Like, oh, I'm picking a different face, a different nose,
different, and then fucking tank top, different. Nope, it's him. It's him.
I had to look at Mark, and people try to show you the created character. Oh, but look at Mark. Yeah, I know. I got that one too.
It's mine. Mine's lighter. It's him.
Well, he's got stronger punches than.
Mine's a grappler. Like my nigga. Like.
Yeah. Oh, you built him up all the way in all attributes too. So we're doing.
They're exactly the same. God, there's no nuance to these niggas.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot different. I know a lot of people like the common sort of story is. getting drunk, freestyling, blah, blah, blah. And then, then I was like, oh, maybe I should rap. Or people told me I should rap.
Yeah,
For
like,
me, it was the complete
that's weird
opposite.
as fuck. Yeah.
Like, I wanted to be a writer, and then people tried to get me to rap forever. And I just wanted to be like an author, and I would clown and fools. It was funny, and they'd be like, you should rap. And I started writing first, and then I would spit my little 4 8-bar raps. And then, like, because I started getting into like punchline oriented, like underground rap, and I was watching battles, people were like, you should battle. And I'm like, nah, blah, 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 fast forward. And all of a sudden I was like, all right, I'll try it. And it was like years, I had already recorded songs and all that, So
that's what I'm saying. Like people, I love when I see like, damn, he went from battling to making music. And I'm like, no, nigga, like.
And it was always, like you said, it's always kind of been one
battled.
thing, and then whoop.
Like, I battled, bro, but it's like, it's not, I just don't look at it like that. But it's
at that time, you didn't come into it like, oh, I'm a battle rap, like,
I'm never
a battle rapper.
I didn't even know what it was a thing. That's what I mean. It wasn't even, I never even knew what that was. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I'm like, yeah, I rap and I will battle Dirtbag Dan. You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean? Like, and they're like, you gotta write it. And I'm like, like, what?
Yeah. I gotta cheat? I'm supposed
to? We cheating? All right, fuck it. It's about to be crazy. Does he know? Wait a minute, is this the punked nigga? Like, does this nigga know? Like, that I know?
How do I know it's gonna go to the beat? No, there is no beat now.
Literally, bro, this shit is like a fucking Twilight Zone. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I can just like say whatever I want in whatever cadence, however I want. I'm like, that sounds fucking terrible. Yeah, I'm like, that's amazing.
It's like, what was the Mario 64 or something? Or was that the first open world game? It was like, I could go
I could go up and down and left.
It isn't just a side
diagonal? Hey, because 64 had the
toggle.
That was the first one with the stick, huh?
Yeah, I think it was.
Nigga,
I might be wrong.
We was like, you could go northwest.
Did PlayStation come out after 64? Because PlayStation had that thing.
That was after, bro.
Or no, the early ones.
No, they had the D-pad.
The first one just had the D-pad. Right.
Nintendo, Super Nintendo. That's just the D-pad.
Granted, if you go, I think 64 is the greatest console of all time.
Yeah.
But if you go back and come on, all the classics, Ocarina of Time,
that's the best game of all time.
Even Mario 64, the stock game it came with.
That's one of the best games of all time.
Literally, Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina and Mario 64. That game is fucking hard as fuck to beat, bro. That game is fucking.
And you could do anything. It wasn't a linear game.
Yeah, that was like the first Grand Theft Auto with Mario. Yeah, that shit was dope.
Best console. Again, I always get in that argument with Chase. He's like, it's short-lived.
What does he say?
Well, he's like, well, 64 was short-lived.
But what does he say?
I think PlayStation, the first one, which I can't be mad at.
No, that's obviously wrong though. It's not the what?
Yeah, I remember at the
PlayStation is not even the best PlayStation. What is he talking about? Like, what does he mean? That doesn't make any sense. It's not even the best PlayStation. I think it's like from a progenitor,
like it was the progenitor of open. I don't know.
PS2.
I just remember being
Xbox
like the
One
loading.
is the best.
The loading, I was like, whack. Because Nintendo, everything was always just, you push the shit, you went. And then when I remember the first time playing PlayStation, I was like, loading.
Hey, do you sleep on the Dreamcast?
I played the Dreamcast.
Hey, NBA 2K on the Dreamcast
was
flying. That was the first 2K. And it was for Dreamcast.
Wasn't Dreamcast, did they have Virtua Fighter or something?
Yeah, that shit was
which was fire. Because you could sidestep on it.
Exactly.
It wasn't
It was and they also had damn, what's that game, bro? Another fighting game like that.
Really?
I forget the name, but it was like that. It was.
There wasn't Killer Instinct on Dreamcast, right?
That was my game.
Yeah, me too.
They might have made one for it, but I forget.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking of another game. It's not Virtua Fighter, but it's the Tekken. Tekken on Dreamcast? If I'm making that up, somebody correct me. It was on but I'm pretty sure there was a Tekken on Dreamcast. That was the firest game, period. I just love that shit, nigga.
So fire. I remember on 64, having Killer Instinct. Might have been 2 or whatever with Saber Wolf.
Full gore, bro.
Yeah, exactly. And my little bro is so young. he always called it. He'd love to play it. My mom told me never let him play. That's too violent. Yeah, of course we'd be in the room. We had bunk beds.
Yeah,
I would play the game with him. He used to call it Mensa Fighting, and like to this day, whenever I hear Killer Instinct, all I hear is because he'd be like, "Let's play Mensa Fighting."
Wow, that's hilarious.
Y'all don't know. He was 15, but he had a speech impediment.
I said when we kids, he was 32.
Nah, he was just a little ass kid at the time, so he was still putting work. I don't know, like 2 or something, 3 or whatever. But
what's your favorite game?
My favorite game? There's a couple.
Let's say 3. Let's say 3. Any system,
Ocarina of Time.
Damn, see.
/ Mario Kart as like maybe my first. Because Mario Kart might be my favorite game, but I don't know if I can sleep on Ocarina of Time.
That's the best game, bro.
And just both of those, I feel like Mario's just shares that category. But Halo 2, battle rifles and shotties on lockout. I play at a professional level. I played a professional.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Nah,
no. But battle rifles. But
shit,
you know you don't want to play with someone when they say the level and the weapons, the loadout. Like, oh yeah, let's play battle rifles, shotties on lockout.
Yeah, it's like
I know where all the small points are. I'm there in 2 jumps. You're done.
Yeah, you don't want to play with a nigga that knows the specifics of the fucking conditions.
I found like different little shortcuts of ways to jump off of this thing to get over. Like me and Sate would play, and fools would be like jaw dropping, like what the fuck? Like soon as you spawn, there's grenades blowing up.
See, no, I'm a cheater like that too.
Yeah.
And then what else you got? You said
yeah,
Mario
I gave
Kart,
like the top spot like 3 different
Ocarina,
games. Yeah, because it's all 64. I'll say Halo, and then man. Honestly, probably Street Fighter, like arcade.
I will
the arcade game.
Bad.
I'm terrible at it.
I was about to say I will.
But Street Fighter changed
that's
the game.
That's definitely one of my fucking
arcade.
best games.
I'm terrible.
My
at
pops
Street
used to have
Fighter
a car wash, fucking Crenshaw Boulevard, and had Millipede, Miss Pac-Man, and Street Fighter Ultra. It's the fast one, nigga.
Right.
That prepares you for any shit. It's too, and using the actual joystick, bro, prepares you, bro. It just prepares, because that shit don't fucking work. Like, that shit does not work correctly. You gotta, like, slam it. You know when you hear that?
Sometimes boom, you hit it 3 different times.
You gotta slam. Nigga, a Hadouken on that shit is an accomplishment, nigga. Like, that shit is not the normal Hadouken. Like, you gotta, you gotta slam that shit.
I remember being a little kid and being like,
I'm saying, because it's impossible, bro. Like that shit. And so he used to open up the little fucking bottom and fucking put credits on it so he could do it. And I'll just play that shit all day and just get my ass fucking whooped until I got super fucking good at that shit, bro. And then you fucking put a controller in my hand doing that shit. I'm like,
oh, it's responding.
It works. I'm like, oh yeah, you're done.
There isn't like big chew residue.
It's moving. It's literally, it's like fucking car wash, fucking stains on the. Like, nah, it's all sticky.
So that's one of your top 3, you would say?
I can't believe
it's
that
hard,
we picked
right?
that same game, but I have to put Ocarina of Time in the fucking top 3, bro.
Yeah.
As corny as this shit sounds, that game changed my life, bro. That shit, I feel like that shit like developed my critical thinking as a fucking as a child, bro.
You had to like go talk to talk to that person in the other
peep
area of the
last
world.
year when those little Nintendo Mini with all the games
Switch?
and shit. No, just like the Super Nintendos, but they're
all loaded with all the like modded.
I got some from I got one from my niece and nephew. They're twins. They're 5 years old. Boom, I got them that shit. I recently just stole it back from them so I could play the game. I never had time to play the games, bro. But I was sick for before I went to Barcelona. I was sick for like a minute, so I was like, nigga, I'm on Ocarina of Time. I mean, I'm on the original A Link to the Past. Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past.
Mm-hmm. That was before Ocarina.
Yeah, that's on Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Bro, first of all, that game is hard than a motherfucker.
And that was when it was like almost like a Final Fantasy style,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. It's
where
like,
it was like when the person was talking,
it's like true RPG.
Like,
yo, that game is fucking difficult. I played that shit for like 3 days solid, and I got like 65, 70% through, and then got fucking stuck. Like, nigga, and I was like, if I fucking Google this shit, I'm a bitch. Like, you know what I mean? But I literally was like, I can't figure out what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So the fact, but I flashed back to being a kid and my mama whooping my ass for crying and breaking controllers and throwing the shit because I couldn't fucking. I'm like, no, that's torture because that game is hard, nigga.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do it right now, bro.
I would get mad and like pick up a different toy and throw it because I'd be like,
I can't hurt this one. But so if I'm just going like off the top of this iconic, so yeah, I'm gonna say Ocarina of Time though, because that was one of the it was on it was 360 and it's fucking. Anyways.
Yeah, it was pretty much the second. What I could be wrong, but like open world. It took what Mario 64 did and expanded.
It was the first one of that of it.
You could ride the horse around everywhere.
Man, you had like three. It had like 3 phases. Like you know what I'm saying? It was like
you had to solve puzzles.
It's basically like 3 games, bro. Because it's like the first phase, then it went dark. Remember this? Like you did that whole shit. Then it like you do the whole. It's like
so
nigga,
fire.
yeah. It's like so long and so intricate. But then I'd say Tony Hawk Pro Skater, bro. Tony Hawk also changed my life, bro. That game,
I put so many hours on
people
that.
prefer skate because I feel like there's more skill or whatever. But I don't give a fuck. Tony Hawk is way better than.
Nah, I want to do a McTwist.
Yeah, I want to do some crazy
off
shit.
a 3-foot quarter pipe. Like
Tony Hawk changed the game.
Yeah, you could just grind infinitely.
And then like jump, do fucking hella fucking kick flips, tray flips,
land, backflip, into a grind. It's like a 30-foot drop.
It was the. I don't want to really be fucking skateboarding in the game. Like, I want to do some shit I can't ever do. Like,
I purposely don't skate because it's hard.
Like this shit is dope. Like this shit just looks amazing.
Yeah.
And then like they had that one that had the story mode. Like,
Yeah.
That was the best shit ever, bro. I felt like I was signed, nigga. I was like,
when you get
pro
sponsored.
skater.
Tony Hawk was super fire. That's up there for me.
That's
like,
fire,
in
bro.
The list too, yeah.
And then, all right, if I gotta pick, what else would I say? Damn.
You remember Echo the Dolphin?
I was just about to say. I'm gonna say something that nobody's gonna get, bro. Niggas are gonna have to.
Huh? Echo the Dolphin.
I hate that shit.
I had that on the original.
I'm gonna say a game that
was a
nobody is gonna fucking get. It's on some Chrono Trigger type shit, bro.
I don't even get that.
That's crap. But look, no one's gonna get this, bro.
What?
It's crazy, bro. This is crazy, bro. That I just remembered this. I haven't thought about this shit in years. The game is called Chrysalis.
Chrysalis.
That
sounds like some shit my dad would play.
It's for the first Nintendo. And it's one of those Chrono Trigger. You know Psychosis, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking video game, fucking freak, bro. Like fucking had the crazy modded out Xbox with every game you could fucking imagine. But here's the thing. He still didn't have Chrysalis. Chrysalis, bro. If I'm not making this shit up in my mind, bro, was a game.
There's so much
that was
acid
on,
you invented a video
I might
game
have, bro,
retroactive.
But bro, it was on the fucking first Nintendo, I want to say. And my mom, shout out to her, she was tripping at the time. She ended up selling the Nintendo and the fucking games. And I never seen or heard about the game ever again, but it was like an RPG style fucking like crazy ass puzzle ass game, bro.
Chrysalis.
That I never beat because I was way too young to fucking figure any of the shit out. And
it's like the one that got away.
I've never heard of it, bro. I've never heard a person utter the name Chrysalis, bro.
It's like Mandela effect. Just don't.
It might not exist, bro. I'm
After
scared to look it up. I'm
dimensions
scared to
clashed.
look it up. Because if it doesn't exist, bro, I have to kill myself.
might not.
No, I'm done, bro. Because that doesn't make
it formed who I am. What do you mean? It doesn't exist.
I hope it does,
Chrysalis.
bro. It's on some fucking straight up Fight Club shit. I literally haven't looked it up because I don't want to. No, because I smoked some DMT, bro.
Not fine.
I smoked some fucking DMT one time, bro, and I transcended universes. I slipped into. By the way, I think we do this all the time just by the power of pure thought, but we're just not conscious of it. And I just happened to be conscious of it this particular time, and I slipped into a fucking another dimension. And I didn't go back. And I think that's what we do. I think that's what choices create.
I think you
bubble
might have
universes.
mentioned this before,
But-
actually, of like just us like at the studio or something.
Bro, and it's true. I believe like that shit actually like that. You know that shit really
You
happened.
did.
Bro.
So you're
And
saying you
fucking-
did DMT and
And I came
astral
back
projected
into a different universe than I was originally in. And when I came back, I knew it instantly, and I
Something
knew that I
felt-
wasn't back wherever back was. I just knew it, I just knew it, because I mean during the trip I seen fucking eternities. Like it was fucking one of the most fucking beautiful, inspiring things that ever happened to me. So I took it with a MAOI inhibitor, which basically it's ayahuasca, DMT and MAO. Like an
Yeah,
inhibitor that-
because your body metabolizes it as
instantly,
is, but
instantly because it knows it's fucking you up, so it like
but
really
the
breaks it
ayahuasca
down.
gives you the same effect. The
The
inhibitors-
MAOI makes it. The inhibitor makes
it lasts
exactly,
longer, yeah.
and so I act, and it's way obviously.
and you can just take the MAOI.
You're supposed to
inhibitor and
obviously drink it as ayahuasca together, but you can smoke the compounds too together. Which it's still not the same, but it's way different than smoking just DMT. Way different. And I fucking experienced eternities, and it's like going like in a fucking crazy spiral. And then like when it's about to come back, you know, like on some Jeopardy shit. And when it's about to come back, it just didn't go
Land on the
all
same
the way.
notch.
It didn't, and I knew it though, and I was back, but it wasn't there, and I'm still there, bro, right now. And so fucking that shit is fucking crazy as fuck.
to
But
where
here's the thing.
everything's like familiar. and
Everything
it's
is
like,
exactly the
this is
same,
like-
but it's a different thing. But here's the thing. I think we are constantly always doing that. If string theory and other shit like this turns out to be true and bubble universes within other universes, if that turns out to be a thing, then we're always doing that. We're just not conscious of it. I just happened to be fucking conscious of it that time when it happened. And that shit was fucking creepy, nigga. And I don't know if the Mandela effect has anything, you know what I'm saying? Because like certain shit is like different. The little shit like that. And I swear to God, that's why I have not looked up chrysalis, bro. Because if I find out that shit is not real, if somebody comments on this fucking video that shit is not real, if whoever's blowing up my phone is saying that shit is fucking not real, nigga, I will fucking be devastated.
Yeah.
Because that shit created.
That's
part of me,
interesting.
bro.
I want to even delve into that
Please.
more, but I definitely like these last, I don't know, like handful of months. I'll say even like 6-8 months randomly have like really felt. I didn't do DMT or have this trip, but I've like had this eerie feeling of like vague, like familiarity in general, but a vague feeling of like something just isn't quite right. It's almost like internally where I'm like, I know I'm me, but it's like, you know that feeling when you're looking for something and for like you're looking in drawers or whatever, and for a brief second you forget what you're looking for, but you're like, when I come across it, I'll find it. So you kind of just keep looking. That's how I've almost felt about myself recently.
I mean, isn't that
like
kind of
you
life,
know?
low key, like maybe that's just you coming to a different fucking awareness, because isn't that every, like, what the fuck are we doing? We're on a fucking podcast. What's that? That's stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't make no sense. We're fucking sitting in front of a fucking camera on YouTube. What the fuck is a YouTube? What is a light box? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're just fucking,
What is a light box?
I'm just saying, like, what are we doing? I got a fucking phone in my hand and I'm fucking drinking beer. Like, what is anything, bro? So it's like, so I think once you fucking,
You ever heard the term jamnevu?
No.
So
That
it's like,
sounds
and I
many.
didn't even think about this till now, but it's a term, I don't remember where I heard it or learned it, or maybe it's like chrysalis and it doesn't exist. but jamnevu is like the opposite of deja vu. So deja vu being like, oh, I have this familiarity with this moment, like I've seen it before, like it, you know, there's this recollection of maybe I've experienced it or whatever. And jamnevu is kind of the opposite. It's a distinct feeling of like foreign, like this is
That's
kind of
what I
foreign.
experienced
Like, this is
when I.
something's
That's
not.
okay, cool.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I would say I experienced when I came back from that trip. Was that where I was like, and it's everyone that I've seen, and no, you know what I mean? But I'm like,
it all
but I'm like,
should
you're not
add up.
you.
Right.
Are you? You know what I'm like, but not even are you, actually. It's like,
Right.
I literally, for a fact, you know what I'm saying, it was like, oh shit, like this is not where I left.
Right.
Or maybe it's what you're talking about, is that once you are aware of like you're saying, you're looking in a drawer and you don't know what you're looking for. If you're aware that you're looking in a drawer and there's nothing, see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's different than just looking in the drawer and not
Right.
knowing what you're looking for. Even though you're doing the exact same thing.
It's like, I know
At
I
least
should
you
be
know
looking
you're
for something, but
or I know I'm not looking for anything.
Yeah.
But I'm
just
digging
in the drawer.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, because isn't that kind of what we're doing?
Yeah.
Like, because what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Nothing. It doesn't make sense. This is a fucking book. Like,
that book.
it's a floor. Like that doesn't make sense. Who said that was that? You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas made that up. Like,
No, I used to always say this, like, when I feel like it's probably when I just, you know how there's different levels of awareness or whatever, and I think like I was just starting to think outside of myself, like, I don't know, maybe like early 20s or something, and I remember having these like moments, and plus I think I was probably smoking the most weed I ever had at that point.
Speaking of that,
but, like,
can I smoke it?
Yeah, you can roll,
nigga.
smoke, do it, feel free. So I remember talking like, you know, with random people in my life, my mom, my uncle, whoever, and being like, yeah, science, it makes sense. All right, but what is rain? Like, what is happening? I'm like, science is kind of just the process of labeling the process. But we don't
shit, I don't
really.
got no paper.
You
You got papers here? Am I tripping?
Ben might have.
Ben, you got papers? Shit, I got papers, cool.
But I'm like,
hate
yeah,
swishers.
I understand that, water falls out of the sky,
like,
it
how the
collects, it
fuck-
runs off, it evaporates and go. I'm like, but we don't really know what's going on. We call it cloud, rain. This process happens.
That's what I'm saying.
like,
You're
but shit
making
is
it up.
breathing.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying. You're
like,
making it up, bro.
Yeah, but that's whether or not we exist, that happens. That happens.
I see you out
What
here.
is going on? You know what I mean?
And that's what I mean. It's like, that's what I'm saying is, oh yeah, that's a book. That's okay with you? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's okay with you that this fucking camera's here?
Yeah.
That's all right? That's normal?
Yeah.
That's not fucking normal. You know what I'm saying? Look, like, that's not normal, nigga. Nothing is fucking normal.
Yeah, there is
I'm drinking
no
a beer
normal.
so I can fucking, like, feel different. What's feel? Like, why are you feeling? You know what I mean? Like, what are you, like, this is, nigga, I'm rolling weed up.
Yeah.
What? I'm lighting this shit on fire. I'm lighting it on fire and breathing it into my lungs.
Yeah.
On purpose.
I have 5 senses. All right. But there's probably infinite senses.
Bro, I'm looking at
There's like
shit.
universes
Doesn't make
in between
sense.
us.
Like,
right, yeah.
Bro, once I started getting into fucking like, fucking astrophysics and like just reading about fucking just physics and fucking quantum, from the quantum to the galactic, bro. Shit is fucking weird. And I think Joe Rogan said it. It's like, a professor told him actually, and I think he uses it in a bit now, but it's like, if you ever like want to fucking be tripped out, like fucking look up, nigga. It goes on forever. Like, where are you? You know what I mean? Like, if you fucking think something's trippy, go outside at nighttime and just look where the fuck you are. You're in the middle of fucking nowhere. What is anywhere? But you're in the middle of literally of nowhere around a fucking average fucking size star compared to the ones we found. Nothing special, nigga. In an average ass solar system, nothing special. Nothing's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and fucking yet we got fucking red cameras, bro. Smoking weed on fucking YouTube. Like, that shit is many. That's some zany shit, bro.
Yeah. And
I love that
something
shit.
like what? And I don't know. This might. I swear I read this recently. There's something like, they found like something along the lines of like what two. I want to say this might be wrong. I want to say 2 billion exoplanets that are Earth-like within the Milky Way.
Yeah,
period.
I want to say that might be a probability. It's definitely less than that they found, but they
Right. Oh
they
yeah, but
found,
they have deduced or some shit.
yeah,
like,
basically they're everywhere. Bro, we found one star system. I forget the name of the star system because it's all numbers and letters. But we found one star system that's almost all Earth-like fucking planets. They're almost all around us. It doesn't make sense to us. There's like 6 or 7 of them. They're almost all the same size within, 1 or 2, times 2 of each other. Like the biggest one's like double the other ones or something like that.
Yeah.
And they're all probably have water and all
Yeah. Like the
and that's
the
just
right
fucking normal as
distance
shit. Yeah, they're
for-
all in the Goldilocks
away
zone.
from- yeah.
And they all probably have water and they all are the right size. And their sun is like a smaller sun than our sun. And it's like probably the exact, it's like,
What is the one?
wild.
I want to say it's like the closest one, but it's like
Kepler.
Kepler 32c or
32b.
whatever.
And-
32b.
yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
fucking,
And it's like what, like twice the size of Earth, but like 17 times heavier. Or
yeah,
some shit like that.
and it looks a lot like fucking Earth, bro. Like, basically, we're finding that shit is not special. Is not fucking,
That's wild.
man.
The whole study's crazy. Like, I just went on a tangent. Even when we locked this in, I was listening to your record, and then I just went off on string theory and just went through because
Thank you.
and just the idea of inflation, like, oh, the universe always expanding, whatever, and then how homie Villa Knopf, Tom. Anyways, when they came up with the multiverse and how everything's like pockets and whatever, and then like eventually the rate at which it's expanding kind of plays at everything's expanding plays into the theory.
The fact that it is.
Because if you like throw a baseball, it'll eventually slow down because of momentum in the way we see it. But the way that the universe is expanding is actually accelerating, which
More,
lends,
exactly.
So
Does-
it's like
which
if you
does-
throw a baseball
it's bursting
and at
more.
the end it keeps going faster. Like what the fuck?
It literally, that's
so it
exactly
leads
what's
it-
happening.
Yeah, so it leads to like somehow ties into the it fits into the multiverse.
Well, so- because
train of thought, the theory.
So, fuck, I forget his name. He's a cosmologist or astrophysicist, but it's Michio. I forget his name, but basically what I was hearing him explain is about
Michio Kaku?
Exactly.
Or Kaku,
And so,
whatever. Yeah.
So I was hearing him explain about how, and this I had never understood it in this way prior to hearing him talk about how, when you think about like bubble universes and shit like that, I always think about them like as separate bubbles against each other. One bubble, one bubble, one bubble. He's saying that it's inside too, like bubbles really do. So it's like a pocket universe inside of this universe, but you just can't access it. It's separate. You know what I mean?
And you could do
maybe
that
a black hole.
infinitely.
Maybe a black hole fucking leads there. Maybe, I don't know.
You can do that infinitely, right? Like all the way down to the molecules,
Exactly.
and into atom, protons, neutrons, and the quarks, and the string, into
and
the
I
vibrating
wanna
string or whatever.
I want to say
those are like galaxies. Those are
they could.
universe.
I mean,
blood
what's the
cells,
difference?
The body.
I mean, what's? Think about this, bro. I mean, what's mass or volume other than relative? So whatever is big or small to us, what does that mean?
Right.
It literally doesn't mean shit.
Right.
Literally, bro, because it's only big to fucking you.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between an atom and a galaxy?
It depends on.
It's you. It depends on the observer.
Exactly. Yeah.
So we could be fucking inside of a goddamn nucleus watching these electrons fucking fly around us or something.
Yeah.
Who knows? There's no difference. It depends on who's fucking seeing that shit. Like,
Right.
It's fucking weird. Like, Stephen Hawking, man, who I have to read the rest of his books, man, but fucking, I read like A Brief History in Time, like, last year, I think. And, shit is just crazy, man, and shit is a lot, I mean, you already know this, but it's just, everything that we've made, you can't forget that we've made it. Period. You know what I'm saying? There's no universal anything.
Yeah.
Because universal is a word that we made. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no such thing. Like, it's only in reference to.
I seen some meme or something or I follow random accounts, but one was like, the brain named itself. It kind of blew my mind.
I heard that before too.
Oh shit.
I've heard that before too. It's like, what's the...
So it's also what are they saying? The finding that you have like multiple
anything.
brains. You know, you have like you have the brain.
Oh,
in your head,
and
your
your
stomach. Your stomach. There's like a second brain or something.
I've heard about how like your nervous system acts like basically is a brain. I've heard about that. Well, because the thing is, your brain is not your brain without your spine. It's your limbic system. That's what it's called. Your brain, contrary to what a lot of people think, your brain is not in control. Your limbic system is in control. Your spine is in control. Your animal is in control of your urges and your desires and everything and breathing. It's not your brain. Your brain processes it, but your limbic system, just your fucking flesh and body is what makes you be you. Your brain just fucking organizes that shit and tries to make it less.
They haven't, they haven't found where consciousness is perceived. They, you know, people assumed it was the brain,
because I think the brain it's a combination,
does input the information, like take, information from the right eye, the left eye takes it, but we don't know
all your
where.
Senses are
but
your,
it
but
does,
see, your
we
senses
don't know where
your spine
it combines
too,
the information to create
to
an interpretation.
But
like our soul,
shit
our
that I've heard,
consciousness
you got a lot.
isn't in the brain.
Shit that I've heard a lot, bro, is that I think there's a lot. Thank you. I think there's a lot of fucking. What the fuck is happening?
So I think.
I'm like,
Jesus Christ! Take the camera.
oh yeah, okay, cool. I was like, am I gonna blow us up or some shit? I think there's a lot to be said about how. Fuck, what were we saying?
Where consciousness exists and shit.
I mean,
like that,
bro,
relativity to the brain.
I'm a spiritual fucking person in the fact that I believe that everything is one thing. I don't think that I don't believe in the illusion of individuality and like separation. Mm-hmm. I think that that's simply an illusion. Like we were talking earlier about how we're in a universe and we see these cells, but like, what's the difference between? I don't believe that there is. Literally.
You subscribe to like do you subscribe to like the, general hypothesis there, like we are the universe, everything is the universe experiencing itself subjectively?
In a way, yeah.
Like one thing kind of interacting with itself through all its different manifestations.
I do. I don't believe that. I don't know if I believe that the universe is conscious, though. And I don't even know. I mean, conscious is just a word, but I don't even know if we are conscious. I think we might just fucking think we're smarter than we are. We're obviously not. But I think we might think we're conscious, and this is just one, theory, but because sometimes I think the opposite. But I think that it might be true that consciousness is an illusion of our fucking neural synapses interacting with each other with our fucking limbic system, because it feels like he or you. You see what I'm saying? Like, the older I get, bro, the more dark I guess it is, but the less that I believe in a soul in the way that I used to. Mm-hmm. I think it may be an illusion created in the mind.
Like the idea of the soul, like Ghost in the Shell kind of idea or whatever. You're saying that.
It may be an illusion. Mm-hmm. It may be. Mm-hmm. It may be the product of your brain and your limbic system interacting with everything. How can you not feel like you? It also wouldn't even be evolutionarily like feasible to. You know what I'm saying? It's more helpful to survival to think you're you.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
And if
but
you
are you really a you? I don't know.
I
is
don't
what I'm
know
saying.
anymore.
It might,
either.
that's
what I've
because
been
I used to
struggling
think. I
with.
used to
Yeah.
think, and so much more now. I don't know. I think it might be a trick we're playing on ourselves. A good trick that we should play on ourselves.
Right.
But I think AI is going to change that, and when we merge with the fucking AI, which we need to do, it's going to completely rewrite that part.
Yeah, I can't remember who I was listening to recently talk about AI, but I've just been listening to so much shit lately. But I'm good right now, thanks. But you know, an interesting point that I hadn't heard is, you know, a lot of our way of interpreting our reality, right, is based on survival, our daily habits, purpose. All these things are really kind of derived from like, I need to eat, I need to survive, I need to duplicate my DNA and love, and all these things kind of tie into our entire, you know, purpose. And so, you know, if AI doesn't have that, doesn't have those needs, doesn't have, what is the purpose of existing for artificial intelligence without, because a lot of what we perceive as purpose and reason to live is based around our animalistic, around the meat, around, you know, the meat body that we have, the meat shell, and what's deep, what love, all these. So what would even be the purpose for AI? So what even if trying to think from that perspective?
So hypothetically, like, what I believe we need to do in order to survive as a human race is to effectively merge and interface with AI. And if you can live hypothetically forever or whatever, not that I would want to do that, but for longer or to whatever allotted time that you pleased. I think, and then if everything's automated, if everything is fucking done for you, then idealistically, then you can focus on creativity, on
focus outward rather than,
if basically everything is taken care of, you don't need to fucking worry about food, about water, about all this other bullshit that we already worry about because we're in our fucking infancy, hopefully.
I guess that relationship then becomes symbiotic in the way of, like, you know, with what I was just saying, like purpose, all these things, it's almost more advantageous for the AI to merge with the bio shell.
Because otherwise exactly. I think that's the only, not only, but for now, the only foreseeable, feasible future for fucking humans to continue is to do away with basically everything we got. That's going to happen regardless, naturally, but hopefully it happens in a way that ends up being beneficial for us and not completely overtaken by AI or replaced by or whatever. But ultimately, the only purpose that I see, the only true purpose that I see in life is replication. That's it. And in that, we have our own personal fucking ideals of happiness and love and shit like that. But see, all of those are kind of still rooted in the need to replicate.
But even I feel like, what about someone who isn't able to replicate?
You're talking about someone as an individual.
You're talking about as the collective,
exactly,
in general.
And that's why I think even like I think it's great that and I think we have to continue and try to, and who knows what will happen. We have to go into space. We have to colonize Mars. We have to do that. But I've been thinking lately that is immature and futile to think that you, Greg, will go to another planet and make another human race one planet over and think something's good.
I'm just like, why?
But
what is this different?
Even one star system over, either one, that's not even efficient.
We're exploring to what I read this. Okay, Visions by Michio Kaku or Kuku, whatever, I'm gonna mispronounce. But this is like 93 or 96, I think it was published. But I picked it up like might have been at a free bin or a dot whatever at the bookstore years ago, and I read it, and it was crazy because it was, you know, a blast from the past, and he was making predictions about while I was reading it, the time, you know, and a lot of what he said had 100%. You know, he predicted microchips and walking around with computers, you know, all these and how they would become smaller, and you know, even disposable, and we'd always have access.
And then we're gonna bypass the thumb to fucking screen interface. That's so inefficient and stupid. We're just gonna put it in here.
Yeah,
you have to.
yeah,
This is the next natural move.
Yeah, it'll be thought driven and
because it's stupid.
Little contact.
It's stupid to charge your phone and put it in your pocket. What?
Yeah.
No, just be a
phone.
Literally, just be the internet.
Right.
Why not?
And, one thing he was talking about as far as colonization, about how I want to say it's been years since I read it, but basically he was predicting the way we would colonize space is through robotics and drones, to where it'd be a situation where we send it, right?
Simple
They
as that.
send it, they get there, this machine gets there, builds more versions of itself,
Simple as that.
builds a factory to produce more, launches it off further into space to do the same thing planet by planet.
But now we're thinking of like these robotics on a certain level, but
this is like 93 or 96 he's writing that.
Even crazier, what's DNA? That's the code. That's the robots.
The champion.
That's the robots.
Champion.
But he's champion. But you feel me? Like
yeah. Send DNA.
Instead of sending you, that's stupid.
Well, that like even ties into like the.
Why don't we just send a trillion fucking samples of human fucking DNA?
Create a machine that
all
will start it up there.
Just like fucking you attach it to fucking Kepler or one of these fucking
livables,
and you just shoot them at everything. That's way more
basically
efficient.
just
because here's the
cosmologically nutting on everything.
Because isn't that the purpose of life?
Yeah, we're like a pubescent boy
right now
species.
Because that's what I'm saying.
To nut on everything in the universe of the room.
We're thinking of you and me. Let's go to Mars. That's cute. And we need to do that.
Right.
But that's stupid too. Not now. Right now, that's genius.
Yeah.
But after you do it, and then in retrospect, that's so futile and fucking stupid. Because that's not going to help you. It's not going to further your race.
The other problem
is
it's almost the idea of like, we're fucked up here. Like, we need to clean up our room before we go into a different room. Because we're going to get the same, like, oh, this house is dirty. Let's get another one.
Well, here's the thing. What's the difference between us and mold, though? Like, bro, who says our purpose is to keep everything pristine and be in harmony? That's an ideal, what we want to be like. Maybe I think, and maybe you think we should be like, but what the fuck is should? You see what I'm saying? Like, nigga, what's the difference between us and a fucking colony of fucking super dope, intelligent ass mold that comes and takes shit over and fucking makes it our shit and builds cities and cars.
Right, yeah.
And so we fucking send that DNA out everywhere. Maybe some places it's completely harmonious. Maybe some places it's like this. Where did we come from? How do we know that didn't happen here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How do we know this wasn't on purpose? Mm-hmm. People think so short-sighted. We always think of like, I'm gonna walk through the door and go to the past, as opposed to thinking like, in a way that basically we can't now think.
Yeah. It's like
You
the
know what I mean?
idea, I know I've read somewhere, maybe it's, it's a popular idea, but like the fact that we place human emotions onto our idea of supreme beings, like a God. You believe in God, right? Well,
God's a
where was
dude.
God when he
Where? What is where?
Yeah.
That's what-
But where was God
where?
when we were suffering? And so we're
that's what I
assigning
mean.
empathy, human
Just
emotion
by even saying
onto a
where,
God.
you
Yeah.
already fucked up.
Why didn't
I don't have
he do
any
this?
type of why.
Yeah.
You can't believe in supreme being
If you
and then
assign
say
human
why
emotions.
and where.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Where? It's God.
Yeah.
If it's really the word that you're saying, that what we, then nigga, it's nowhere. It's everywhere. It's
Yeah.
God. Like, what do you mean? And he doesn't know things. He is the things. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't.
Yeah.
That's it's what you.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It just literally is a complete contradiction by definition. It's like you can't be all knowing, all seeing, being of everything, and like be somewhere. You know what I mean? Like you can't be somewhere. You're God.
Yeah.
What do you mean? You can't be a he or a she or a it at all. That's what we are. It's like you. You know, it's no you for God. It's just.
Was it, I think Scott Adams or whatever, he's like the creator of Dilbert or whatever, he had a book that I really liked, and it was just like called God's Debris, a thought experiment. And I might butcher it a little bit, but basically kind of, hypothesizes in a sense like God is probability in the way of like whatever happens, like that's God, whatever, you know what I mean? And also, say the Big Bang, like, if God knew everything, whatever, like, what if
What's that? But
Just everything that would ever happen and is happening, whatever it is, right? A way to essentially throw itself a curveball is self-destruct. Now you got the Big Bangs, and it's everything that's ever existed, matter, stars, dirt, this glass is pieces of God's debris, you know what I mean? And
Crazy.
so like we're all
Crazy
God or
concept.
whatever, and like things I brought from I'm like, oh well, that makes sense, like, in the terms of like a lot of animal species, not all, but also humans, being what we perceive as closest to that, tend to join communities and always kind of reestablish themselves in communities no matter what. You blow up everyone, separate everyone. We come back into tribes, communities, etc. It's like pieces of God's debris connecting again, pulling itself back
Gravity
together
and
in
all
ways, But I thought that was just a super interesting kind of concept in general,
I mean, I feel that because I have two takes on God. One take that I like most of the time. I feel like this. It's like I think I probably used it just to rationalize versus other people's preconceived notions of God. Mm-hmm. So I basically believe that, similarly to what you were just explaining, it's like if you're talking about God, then everything is God. Mm-hmm. Everything is one thing. Everything is ever changing, ever growing, expanding, always happening, always. That concept of what we would call everything, that would be God. If there's a God.
Right.
If there has to be a God, that to me is God.
Which
There's not
ties into it's universe or
thing.
God experiencing itself subjectively.
Exactly.
Like
it's not a
we
thing.
all are,
It's
every
not
star,
it's just we're all cogs of God.
which means
itself.
Everything that ever was,
Could,
existed,
was,
is happening, and
always was,
happening,
exactly.
and never happened.
And never happened.
Yeah, and
At the same time. Quantum.
yeah,
It's quantum mechanics because, see, the same way how we just talked about how, things behave differently in the, galactic versus like the quantum, but who knows? It's all perspective where you're at. It's like, what's to say that, so, quantum physics basically tells us that no atom is ever any particular place, ever. It's in a range of places. Everything. Every atom is never, you can never measure the speed and location of an atom at the same time. The double slit experiment, fucking famous, this proves that. It's a particle and a wave simultaneously until observed, meaning it's kind of here. Everything. So what's not to say that the entire universe was like that too? Just in a way that we can't measure because it's bigger than us. See, we're measuring things that are smaller than us, so it makes sense that you can perceive the difference. You see what I mean? Versus if you're measuring shit bigger than you,
the macro, yeah.
How could you perceive a tiny difference? You see what I mean? Because it's so we don't perceive those differences, but to me that makes sense that you wouldn't, because it's bigger. You know what I mean? So what's not to say that the same thing is happening there, here, everywhere. And if there's a God, to me, that's what God is. It's not it, or it just is. It's being, it's not being, it's the dark matter, the fucking particles, the matter, it's just everything, period. That would be God. And then my other thing is that there is no God. There's just that concept of God. Because at the end of the day, we can measure the rate at which the universe is expanding, or the strength of gravity as it relates to mass, or the circumference of the earth, but that's all fucking fake. We made it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we made that shit up.
Yeah, it's just like labeling and observing the process.
And you would like to think that if you met another intelligent race, say they're exactly at the same level of development and made from the same DNA we are, even from those DNA rocks that got shot out, right? But some other race that died. They're us on a different planet. It doesn't mean they would fucking even say the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Literally, I guarantee they wouldn't. It would be so improbable that they did. So what does that fucking mean? You know what I mean? That you need to open your fucking mind, because whatever the fuck you know is literally made up too. All facts are made, you made them up.
You can observe them and prove processes and label them,
the only way you can talk, your level of communication, your method of understanding.
But it's like this, like, so it's easy to always kind of come back to the perception of an ant. An ant, right? On this particular street, corner, whatever, you say has this level of intelligence that when it gets dark, the sun comes out. The sun is a street light. It doesn't know that we created the street light. It doesn't know what that is.
It doesn't even matter. That's the other thing. It just knows that it
named it, and it's like, oh yes, this happens, and it can. In which I doubt that it's doing, but if we assign a certain R level of intelligence to it, but microscope it down, it can call out all the processes of what's happening, whether it's calling cars going by, stars, or whatever it is, but it doesn't really understand what's going on our level.
Lexicon of words of English that we understand, and then literally just throwing them, and so everything meant something different. What would be you know what I mean? What would be the difference? So it's literally just what you learn. If every word meant something completely different, but all the same words, what would be the difference? You know what I mean? There's just a different language. But you made the language, so how the fuck are you using the language to describe the shit that you didn't? So, you see what I'm saying? Like, there's no such thing. It's just we as humans fucking want to feel comfortable in explaining and labeling and fucking being able to call something that. You know what I'm saying? But nigga, it's not that. It can't be. Bro, did you know that fucking all of the planets fit between the Earth and the moon? That's how far the moon is. I never fucking knew that until recently. Can you understand
is
how
that
big?
Including Pluto? See, because didn't Pluto get reinstated? It
Pluto-
did.
no,
It
Pluto-
did.
no, it's
because
not. No,
because I'm pretty sure it
It's a-
did.
it's a-
because
no,
they
it's a
called it
outer-
a dwarf planet or whatever, right? But then since
There's ones bigger than Pluto.
but they've also found that it has an atmosphere that's capable of repelling. Incoming like smaller objects
This is
or
true.
whatever.
This is true,
and,
but
and dwarf planets or whatever they named it don't.
This is true.
Operate in the
but
same way.
there's hundreds of those in the Kuiper Belt. That's the thing. And there's ones that are even bigger than Pluto. That's why that's not a planet, because there's ones that are even bigger than that are further out, colder, way crazier, fucking longer orbit. Takes fucking 350 years to go around the sun. Yeah. Pluto's not a planet still. Fucking, and it's so small that it probably still could fit inside. But you could fit, bro. And you're going to Mars to build. That's not gonna help you. The sun is gonna fucking blow up. When the sun fucking becomes a fucking red fucking giant, it's gonna extend beyond Earth. The fucking sun.
It's like to Jupiter.
I want to say it's
some
almost
shit
to
like that.
Jupiter.
Yeah.
I want to say it's almost to Jupiter, bro. The sun will be that big. Mars is not safe either.
Mars could get it too.
Mars is done. It's done, bro.
I thought I took a note on Pluto. Acts more like a true planet than a dwarf planet. Gravity strong enough to hold onto its atmosphere and deflect charged particles from solar wind. But that was in 2016, I think, that they were saying
We
that.
found more, bro. There's more bigger
That are
than
large.
shit.
Yeah, isn't there like a hidden planet like the size of Neptune
Planet
beyond
X.
Pluto's
Planet
orbit or
X.
whatever? But they haven't seen it, but
They
because
the
of
gravitational.
Yeah.
It's real.
That's what they predict.
They predict that there's a ninth planet that's on that probably theoretically came from a different star system, a rogue planet.
Rogue planet, right.
And that's why its fucking orbit is wild. Hypothetically,
Yeah, what it-
400, 500, 600 years to go around the
Right,
sun because
yeah.
it's just elliptical as a because it was coming in hot. You know what I mean? And it got pulled by the sun.
Which don't they say that it's like the moon is like getting further away from the Earth, like 2 centimeters a year or something like that.
Yeah.
And they say like the Earth's gravitational pull will keep it from flying off into space's orbit, but it ultimately is going to affect, at some point in the distant future.
Gravity?
At some point, yeah.
How much do you trust that shit?
At some point,
What
in
if it
the
stopped
distant
right now?
future, what it's like, it'll affect our days to where a day will be like a month long or something like that, and tides will be locked into place. And
Well, I mean,
shit.
'cause that's
eventually,
how it happens,
the
yeah.
further it gets away, yeah.
That's
You might
fucking.
want to mute the mic real quick. I'm just gonna blow my nose real quick. I don't know. Sorry.
That's crazy, bro. But that's the thing. Is like, we live in such a fucking. We live in such a blink of a fucking eye. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the average human can't even possibly perceive beyond 100 years. At this point, it's more like 25, bro. The shit that we're doing today.
I don't know.
What were we
what's
doing 25
gonna
years
happen
ago?
tomorrow.
Are you kidding me? Yeah, no.
Like I don't. What is
No, I
tomorrow?
said, what is today? At this point, is
Yeah.
it today? I don't
don't
know,
know.
because shit's fucking crazy.
Well, that's the
Like-
other thing I was seen someone say recently that's smarter than me. But talking about how like the past and the future are both just stories we tell ourselves. That's it. Like it doesn't exist.
there's no such thing.
It's
No,
not
exactly.
measurable. It
There's no
doesn't
such thing,
exist.
bro.
Only thing that exists is
It's right.
supposedly right now. right?
Supposedly, but
Yeah.
now that's gone, bro.
Yeah. It's
We fucking made a thing that will fucking capture the shit.
Yeah.
That's wild.
well.
That's kind of dark and sad. Because
The thing
here's
is
the
also
thing.
when we watch it, we didn't really experience it like that. It goes up and it's an hour and a half long. Like I just experienced a series of the right nows.
No, real shit. But this looks like a lot. Yeah,
this looks like a line. I didn't experience a line.
Pineal gland.
Yeah.
Linear fucking time, fucking perception. That shit actually sucks, bro. That shit makes me depressed. When I'm like super fucking depressed and like, I hate that shit. I hate linear time. Yeah. That's why I try to meditate the fuck out of that shit, bro. Because I hate that shit. Because that shit is sad. Like, this is the saddest shit ever. Is knowing time is going by. Dogs don't know. Niggas without pineal glands don't know that time is happening.
Well,
they just only are aware of boom, 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 boom. Right now. That's why their memories are way different and wired way different. Boom, boom, boom. Right, but right now we remember what just happened, and now we anticipate what's about to fucking happen, and then that's sad as fuck.
You ever heard of last Thursdayism?
No, what's that?
So it was kind of like a satirical, from what I understand, satirical response. He's gonna video effects.
Me, no, you should put a me. No, you should put a me on there, like that's him.
But it was kind of a response to like this like fundamental creationism that says we're only this old, like we're only 2,000 years old, and then like, well, we have measurement, we have fossils, or we have records of skeletons that are this old,
we're
like
way older than that.
And then the response from these people being like, well, God created that at that time to tell this story, and last Thursdayism is the response of like, okay, then why are we 2,000 years old? Maybe we were created last Thursday, and everything else, memory, all the evidence was created at that same time to tell us that story.
Here's the last thing about the God that I did. The thing is, we might just literally be in a simulation. And the thing is, what is it? It's what we would call a simulation. Put it like that. If there is a God, an actual being meaning at some level, even if it's unconsciously conscious through feeling everything or whatever, being meaning an entity that experiences independently. That's what I would say, being. All right, so if God is a being, then we are in a fucking advanced simulation. In what we would call simulation, but nowhere near what we got. But we will actually get there. But that's why there's numbers that we can find. And even if other people's numbers didn't match up, I'm confident the ratios would. And that's what's trippy. And that's what sounds like what we would call computer code to me.
I think it's Duncan Trussell, and he was referencing someone, but on his podcast, he referenced if you take the Bible and just swap out words like God, you swap out the word God for programmer, you swap out this for code, you swap out it really gives it all a whole different meaning, but completely makes sense in a different way, you know what I mean? But it's like they didn't have computers.
I've read the Bible multiple times.
They didn't have that language.
You can't see that. And that's what I was kind of trying to touch on earlier, is language in itself is a barrier. Like, we're fucking purveyors of language, and we use fucking language beautifully to fucking convey a thought. We take shit out of our goddamn theoretical. It's in your brain, but where's the thoughts? You know what I'm saying? Like it's just fucking electricity.
Well, words are innate, right? And words are symbols.
But we take those because what is a thought? You can't quantify. I mean, we can like look on MRIs or whatever, CAT scans, but it's like, that's like the physical electrical sense. But like, what's the thought? That image you see, but I'm not seeing it because I'm not. It's not, you know what I mean? But it's like, what is that? You know what I mean? And we take that and make it into a goddamn physical fucking thing that's a vibration that motherfuckers receive, and then
when I say it,
and then they can see it.
But when I say it, it goes in your ear, it goes through the processes, and then you think like, you relate it to common experiences that you've had or stories you've been told, and you're like, I understand. But how do I know even you understand really what I mean by love?
I just recently learned this. dolphins, so obviously they communicate with echolocation, and fucking they just fucking like click and fucking do sounds and motherfucker. But what I fucking learned, nigga, is these niggas send a vibration specific enough that it creates the mental picture of what they saw. So
damn. It's almost on like the
it's
like
us
the
times
Arrival.
10. It's us
like,
times 10.
You seen The Arrival?
Yeah, I love
where it's
that,
like
actually.
their language is a picture, and then they
Bro,
just,
and this is obviously I don't know how factual it is. It's obviously like a neuro theory, but I don't know how factual it is. But basically, we believe that like if a dolphin's like looking at something and it tells another dolphin, like they see the thing, like they experience, they see, they can see it.
That's crazy.
Which is the thing is, we do that, but just not at that level. That's why I believe that. Because we're just not at that level. But we're not echolocating miles and miles, bro.
Right.
So why would there should not be a little bit better?
Yeah.
But that's mainly because,
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
don't
if I
have-
tell you something, you see it, but in your own way. But what if I can make you see it exactly? That's not that
Well, it's
far
like,
off.
like
you know what I mean?
you're giving me directions, say, and on streets we're both familiar, whatever. So you're like,
I
hey,
can send you a
go
photo.
down
I can send you a
Wilshire.
photo.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
So
or
what's the
even
difference?
just telling me, right? Like, hey, go down whatever, Hollywood Boulevard
there's a
and take
this
a
on the
right.
side,
And
there's
in
a-
my mind, if I been there, I'm
see it.
automatically gonna think it.
So what
and
if I
it
could
should
just
do,
a
you know?
little more direct and it's not yours? What if I just can send you mine?
Yeah, like take
There's
a left at
there's
the
a 7-Eleven.
at the camel octopus. Take a
you
left,
see mine,
and then
you're
you'll see
like,
the
yeah. You're
see
like,
the
oh shit,
puffer.
yeah. The puffer fish and then the whale, the big ass whale. They go watch out.
That's wild. That's
But yeah,
crazy.
because dolphins are smart than a motherfucker.
Yo, speaking of, I wanted to. I think I had you. This will cue this up because I thought it was crazy. You might have already seen this, but you heard like dolphins get high, right?
No.
Oh, yes. So look,
What?
dolphins, which a lot of animals do. So like
Everything gets high.
well,
If
like
you don't get high, you
recreationally,
suck.
like we'll seek it out. Like was it goats or sheep or mountain sheep or whatever? Will like I don't know if it's in a specific area. I forget. I'm bad at retaining information. I always retain like general things and
Fuck
but
it. What else?
sheep,
What is information?
yeah, right. What is retaining? But these sheep, like mountain sheep, will travel out of their way up this crazy mountain to eat a certain type of like fungus or whatever on the side of rocks and like lick it clean to the point where they're biting the rock and dulling down their teeth because it has like psychoactive properties. Well, they'll start tripping. Jaguars do the same shit where
What?
Well, they'll
Jaguars get.
eat. So they'll eat. It's called like shit, like yagi or yaji or some kind of plant, and it helps them if they're feeling sick or whatever. It'll clean their stomach
Yeah.
out, but it has hallucinogenic properties as well. And there's like video of jaguars eating that shit and then like rolling around like a kitten and their eyes dilated as hell, tripping out, right? But hey, trip out, fool.
Besides the window.
Okay, so look,
Trip out, dog.
this is dolphins. They'll get high off of blowfish, pufferfish.
Are you
peep this.
serious?
And they'll pass the shit around. Watch what. The audio is just the dude. You don't need it. It's just the dude like with a English accent talking
Yo, he
about
has a
they dig
pufferfish?
in his mouth. Watch, he hits it.
Is he hitting it?
The blow. Yes, he's hitting it. The blowfish release. The pufferfish releases a neurotoxin.
What is
in big
what
doses?
in the fuck?
In
Look,
big
that?
I don't
They're
know,
hitting it?
but the big dose. So look, in small doses it trips them out. Big doses it could potentially be fatal.
Kill 'em.
But
Like
they're
everything
hitting
we
it.
do. Like
Right,
everything
yeah.
we do.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not tight. It just can't kill
I'm
you.
sure there's
Like,
a dolphin that OD'd out there.
There has
for
to. Are you
sure.
kidding me?
But look,
at that shit.
but watch their
They're
behavior.
smoking underwater.
So look, he hits it, right? And then you see him like he's passing it. All right, I'm done. Boom. Passes it to the left. Look,
To the
another
left
one
for
comes
sure.
up, grabs it.
They're passing
hits
the
it.
pufferfish.
Yeah,
we got to do
and
a song
watch.
called "Pass the Pufferfish."
And watch their behavior, right? They start like going on
He's
their
hitting
back,
it. He hit
tripping
it.
out.
Look, he hit it. Man, what?
And watch their eyes, everything. They're like in a blissful ass. Look at the way they're swimming right now.
These niggas are on
they're
E. Look,
tripping.
they don't look. Yeah, they don't look.
They're tripping. Look at their eyes, bro. Guys.
What in the hell? They're high, bro.
Look. That dolphin is high.
Yo, what in the fuck?
And like they have it on record of like what I guess what they'll do a lot is come out of the water so they can see their reflection and trip out. You know what I mean? When they're in this high state of the pufferfish. Look at it.
Yo, why is the dolphin high as well? This nigga is smiling.
And they'll hit it and they'll like turn on their back. Shit's crazy.
Yo, these niggas are feeling themselves. Look, he's like fucking. Niggas
That's not the way they
upside
typically
down.
behave.
Yeah, what the fuck?
These are like young dolphins too.
Young dolphins.
Yeah, these are like teenage dolphins essentially. Look at them. They look
Young
crazy.
dolphins.
They could mad high.
The dolphins, bro. I'm
Like that isn't normal behavior. Like
trying
what
to
they're
get high
doing.
with a dolphin.
And there's like, oh my god, oh shit, man. Go on their
It's
back.
like, yo, hit it. Yeah, they're on there.
Yeah, they hit it
upside down.
It's crazy because they
look
hit
like he's
it
dead.
and pass it.
Niggas.
Shit's wild, man.
That's amazing.
And then while they're high as hell, the pufferfish just dips off and gets away.
That's amazing.
Yeah, man. So dolphins are insane, bro. Like,
I expect no less.
what was it? Chase, I think, was telling me you might know a story about the lady who, developed a romantic some scientists who developed a romantic relationship with
With a dolphin.
Yeah. So basically, there was
they
some
made a movie about it
experiment.
called fucking.
Really? Called Flipper.
Called The Shape of Water.
Right? Yeah, so they were doing experiments or whatever, giving like dolphins LSD and shit and testing out. I don't know if it's in the 60s or what, but this is just like third body or third person information. But apparently they're doing these experiments. The experiment got shut down. She flooded her
MK
basement.
Ultra on fucking dolphins.
And she flooded her basement and took the dolphin, essentially. Or they let her, I don't know what the case was, but she had the dolphin in the basement and they would do LSD together.
Together.
She basically was like, felt it,
That bitch
understood
is
her.
crazy.
And like, she was like this scientist doing this.
Here's the thing is, she might be right, but still that bitch is crazy.
Yeah, and they had a physically romantic relationship. And
Physically?
shit. Yeah. I don't know, give it like a little hand job or something. Maybe
Dolphins
worse.
have dicks?
Dolphins got dicks for sure. Dolphins will rape.
They do. Yeah, no, dolphins rape. No,
Dolphins will rape people.
They fuck for
That's
fun,
true.
but like how?
There's like dolphin rape.
Dolphin. I feel like
There's
it's fucking smooth.
It's probably pointy and weird.
Weird, yeah.
It probably looks like a little like fish knife.
Yeah, like some weird shit.
But dolphins have like rape caves and shit.
And look up
like
dolphin
caves
dicks.
where like a person will go in
And look
there.
up dolphin dicks. Hashtag dolphin dicks.
Dolphins are wild.
Young dolphin.
But hell yeah, there's like chimps too that'll like in captivity.
I want a
that'll,
chimp
like,
homie, bro.
you see-
Chimps are crazy. I want a chimp
They
homie,
can be
bro.
vicious though.
No, some of those niggas are crazy, bro.
Well, you've seen them like smoking and shit, right? but
And
they
stealing
developed
wallets
like
and shit?
they've like seen that they developed addictions. So to cigs. So like there's ones in captivity that have been smoked, right? And then they'll get a pack, like a finesse or someone, I don't know, maybe they just they shoulder tap.
The monkey finesses the pack of cigarettes.
They shoulder tap for some packs, but then they'll like hide them. Like
they'll stash 'em.
if they'll hear like the zookeeper or whoever coming in, they'll like stash them and shit, and then like smoke
That's
them when
smart
they're
as
stressed
fuck.
and all that.
Niggas be stressed. Little monkey stressed out. That's the funniest shit I've
You
ever
gotta
seen.
think like these motherfuckers.
Like, damn, the monkey is stressed out. We're fucking up. Nigga, like, the monkey is having a bad day. It's a monkey.
He's like dealing with these fucking animals looking at me all day.
Nigga's a monkey, nigga. He's smoking cigarettes because of you.
Yeah.
Nigga, you're fucking up, bruh. Like, that's,
Less primitive.
this nigga's like,
more
man,
primitive.
these
like,
humans, nigga.
stressing me the fuck out.
Trying to climb these trees, nigga.
Yeah, man. Animals doing drugs is rampant. There's a lot of different ones. Like, there's Polar bears, birds will do it. Birds will like get high off ants and shit. But so they'll like put them on there. Well, there's two. Birds will get high off ants where it's certain type of ant or whatever. Well, they'll get a bunch of them and put them on their own feathers. Their own feathers to where the ants will release these toxins because they're threatened, and then it'll kill off parasites and shit on them, and then they'll like get high off of the ants as well. Also, there's birds in certain places that eat fermented fruit and like fall out of trees, getting drunk.
Yeah, monkeys and shit be doing that
when they wake up.
They just be eating rotten fruit.
Yeah.
Some of them stash it and on purpose. It's like Pruno.
Oh, I'm gonna come back.
Apricot's cool. Put them in the tree.
Like
I put them in the tree and come
Jameson,
back.
Got a bottle.
Nigga, put them in the tree and put these apricots in the tree. That's sus, bro. But the older civilizations got lit.
Oh yeah. But altered states of consciousness is
That's
like
a part of life.
Yeah, to change your perception, all that. I seen a video.
I feel like if you're scared
of
of that, you're a fucking pussy, straight up.
I've seen videos of dogs and bears like on shrooms, like, and that there's like
eat some fucking mushrooms. That shit'll change your motherfucking life.
Fools, the animals will seek them out. You know what I mean? They'll go and seek out the mushroom.
No shit.
Reindeer do that in certain places where they'll get hella bored. They'll get hella bored when it's like some certain season, and they'll seek out magic mushrooms just to like spice shit up.
I want to eat some Amanita muscarius, bro.
Some what?
Amanita muscarius,
Is that like the lion mane?
It's the one the Mario mushrooms are based
Oh, them big ass ones.
The red ones with the white.
I seen a bear eat that, like a bear cub. Like,
but you're gonna trip.
There's footage of it's not a hella small cub, but a cub eating. I got on a random tangent. I was watching animals get high.
Some Reddit
but
shit.
Yeah, but
animals
of a bear,
get high is
it's kind of a cub, a little bit bigger, is like an adolescent bear. Eating that is like the big ass mushroom.
The red with the white cap. Yeah,
eating it.
That will fuck you up.
And then it shows it, and it like its eyes are this big, and it's rolling around on its back, and like a butterfly lands on its paw, and it's it's kind of a cub, it's kind of small, so it's hella cute. But it's like you can tell he's like looking at his paw or whatever, and there's a butterfly on it. It's tripping the fuck out. Its eyes are like that big.
I love it. Like that dolphin. That nigga was like.
Yeah, dolphin was
he
like,
was like, yo, I'm lit. Yeah. No, he was like, I'm kind of lit. He passed, he was like,
yeah. To the left, too.
That's very.
Yeah, apparently they'll come out of the water and peep themselves and trip out on it, too. Like, see their reflection.
Damn,
like, what
like
the
us.
Fuck? Yeah, man.
Look in the mirror like, oh, shit.
What I see, I heard or read something about if you look at yourself in the mirror straight for, like, 10 minutes, your fucking face will start tripping out, and it's like a really kind of fucked up experience.
Fuck 10 minutes, 10 seconds.
Oh yeah, especially on this is like sober. This is sober. This is sober. Just staring in the mirror 10 minutes, your face will start shifting.
Have you ever done that with the roof, bro? If there's a fucking like. Nothing could be on the roof. It was just a straight white roof, even if it's stucco. But all you could see is the roof when you look like this, like nothing on the side. You just stare straight at it, and all you can see is that it'll fucking feel like it's fucking. It'll start to feel like it's.
I've done that with the sky and shit, and like got hella disoriented.
Yeah,
and, like,
it does.
Vertigo or something.
On fucking acid, bro, in the mirror. It's that. If all you can see is the mirror, if there's no line. You know what I'm saying? And you just literally, it's mirrored.
I did that for like 1 minute on
crazy.
shrooms because someone told me not to right before I did the shrooms. So I go take a piss and I'm like, it hadn't really quite kicked in. I take a piss and then I start washing my hands and the sink drain's kind of breathing and the white soap foam looks green. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then I started looking in the mirror and I just like couldn't look away. But I was like looking in my eyes, you know? And like a minute in, like I started like, it felt like I could move, but it was still
stuck. No.
And it was, and then I just had to stop. I was like, oh shit! Like I felt like I was starting to see what I really am, like the undulating metaphysical consciousness rather than the shell, you know what I mean? And it was scary and I just had to stop.
Nigga.
What's the crazy, you mentioned DMT earlier, but was that the craziest drug experience or was some other like?
No, the craziest trip I ever had, hands down, was in Springfield, Missouri. I was on tour with Reverie and Chase.
Oh, is this the one that I think I've heard Chase say something about it?
String Theory, the song String Theory predicted this night like 6 months before the night happened. I made that song and I fucking have references that are like dead on. Even to like when I say like, damn, I had like 3 of these. Like literally, we don't know. I took between 2.5 and 4. I don't know exactly. But basically, I met one of my fucking like dopest fans, or like now my homegirl, and she has like the craziest fucking like the purest fucking craziest Sid, and she brought it to the show, and long story short, I just took too much. I didn't even need, I never took that much, and I was just like feeling myself and just adrenaline pumping and like doing the show, so you're not really like fully experiencing like how, you know what I'm saying?
When you perform,
it's everyone's
it's
energy and
everything.
Exactly. So like you don't even realize like how high you are, and then I took more before I realized how high I was.
I can't, for one or two, before we glide past that, I can't imagine being on a hallucinogen performing.
Oh, bro, it was one of the best.
You
nights
do
of
that
my
all the
entire
time,
life.
right?
Not all the time, but I've done it.
I've
multiple
seen,
times.
yeah, and
I've
I'm
done it
like,
multiple times now.
I've seen you before a performance, and you're like, well, I'm like, I don't think he recognized it. And then you perform, and it's like, you're just in that zone, it's perfect. I'm like, damn, where was, yes, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's good, but
it seems crazy to me.
But but then we ended up at this fucking weird ass fucking BDSM fucking like mini tech house music, wild fucking mask, eyes wide shut, trippy fucking Springfield, Missouri party after the show. The absolute fucking wrong place, you feel me, for us to fucking it was like literally the worst place.
I'm in the Illuminati, right?
Like it was the worst place. Now, mind you, Rev and Chase took like a tab. But
I remember Chase telling me specifically. That's why it sounds high. He said it's hands down best acid ever done
by
times
far.
10.
No, by
like,
far.
I was too high.
But then
you took multiple.
I took a lot. It was stupid. But then here's the thing. So everyone experiences shit different. But there's a lot of Reddit basically on. When you're like picking on hallucinogens, you're not supposed to smoke weed. A lot of niggas just like they don't want to just solely smoke. But there's a thing. Everyone is different. But sometimes the psycho. I'm also bipolar, and some other fucking weird chemical imbalance type shit. So it probably plays into it. But when you smoke a psychoactive fucking drug, while you're like picking on hallucinogens, it can like explode. And bro, I was doing good on all that. I was good until we fucking smoked a fat ass blunt. I didn't even finish it. I got halfway through and instantly everything changed. Nigga, I was like, everything changed. You know what I mean? Like my whole fucking
Is it that where you
perception.
became more self-aware? Like, oh, I'm on acid. Like,
It just, bro,
honing in on
it
it.
was way, nah, you can't even explain. Put it like this, bro. I'm not even gonna get all the way into it, but put it like this, bro. The first thing that happened, all right, so after I'm like, yo, I'm good, because I'm starting to feel like something's fucking, you know what I mean? I'm like, something, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
When you're just like, yo, wait a minute,
Yeah,
something's
yeah.
different. You know? Like, I was only halfway through the blunt, and I was like, oh, shit, I don't like this. Like, you took too much mushrooms, or you took too much ears, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Like, I'm starting to feel a way I never quite felt. Like, this is going to be, I don't know what's, but it was both the most horrific and the most beautiful night of my entire life, hands down. But the first thing, nigga, we start walking inside. We're Springfield, Missouri. It's fucking 20 degrees, fucking Fahrenheit outside. It's fucking snowing down there. Fucking freezing cold, nigga. We're walking inside, and Reverend First of all, everything was pink. Everything looked pink, like a pink, like sepia pink tinge.
Right.
Literally dope. Like, it was just weird. And I was like, all right.
Like, I'm experiencing an Instagram
I'm like, this
filter.
is really
Right.
fucking weird.
Yeah.
But then, bro, Reverie, she has the keys to the fucking hotel room. She can't find it. Bless her. We wear a big jacket, but she's going like this, like looking for her. Bro, I started seeing every moment like fucking
Stop motion
frames of a fucking film. And so it looked like she was rubbing her hands off. You know what I'm saying? Like a computer, like a fucking glitch. You know what I mean? Like, so as she's like patting herself down, it looks like she's like made of like fucking clay, and she's like rubbing herself, and that shit. And then I could physically feel it. That was the trippiest part. And then I look back, and I see me, like my feet and my like smeared in time.
like
Bro,
residue, like a painting.
in space-time. I seen every frame of my memory physically in time, smeared, and then it hurt. It physically hurt, like it, because it felt like I was losing parts of me. It was fucking crazy.
Damn.
And that was just the beginning of the night. We'll just fucking leave it there, bro. It was fucking. That's when it turned very crazy.
And that was just the like.
That was the beginning.
That was when you realized you were stepping into the gateway.
That was
oh,
when it
this
happened.
is what the
this
rest
is gonna be
of
a
the
different.
night.
This is gonna be a very different night. And then Chase and Reverie, who are also tripping, ended up having to barricade me in the fucking hotel so I wouldn't. I was butt naked. I was trying to leave. I thought they were hiding something from me on the other side of the door, and they had to fucking physically restrain me butt naked to make sure that I didn't fucking go kill myself or ruin my life or get it arrested.
Right, like run on a freeway or whatever.
It was everything that happened in between that was fucking mind blowing. But long story short, that's what happened.
That's crazy.
That's the craziest night of my entire life. Also, the best night of my life. It was both. I experienced 1,000 lifetimes in that night, bro. I died 3 times in that night, bro. It was crazy. I seen the sunrise, the sunset, and a tree grow from a seedling, like visibly visibly, you know what I'm saying, in 5 seconds. I was looking out the window just fucking crying, bro. I was fucking watching hundreds of years, bro, take place. It was fucking beautiful. It was crazy.
Damn.
I was actually in the moment, I think. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It was an ego death. I wasn't me. It wasn't a thing. It was a being thing. It was just an everything thing, where it's always been like this, always will be like this, which is change. But it always is, always was, always will be, even from nothing to something. You know what I mean? It was fucking very crazy.
What do you think that is? Like, you know, like mushrooms, like, you know, there's like, oh, this is like organic technology and
yeah.
the stoned ape theory of like evolution
yeah.
and self-realization and shit. Like, what is it about these altered states that, and the thing is like, you could say, oh, you could write it off, right? Like, or someone from the outside. If you experienced it, I don't think you can write it off. Like, speaking personally, but like someone from that, oh, you were just high. It's a drug that just, you know, made you, you know, like when you're drunk, you're just not aware, and you know, you just had these things and these visions. But if you experienced it, that's not what it is, you know? Like, I've even from mushroom trips, also even like a few minute trip of salvia, like has changed my life, you know? Yeah. And changed my perception of things, I think, for the better. Yeah. And even honestly has made me more like of a, you know, obviously works in progress, but a better person, someone who thinks more. Like every mushroom trip, damn near I've done,
Makes you question everything.
It makes me question everything
the
about
point,
myself. I cry almost every time,
Almost
even
every
if it's
time.
only for
Almost
a few
every time.
minutes, and then I see something, and then I'm gone.
But me, I
Then
cry almost every day.
I beat,
I'm a weirdo, but
boy, I mean, cry like where I
But
beat
yeah.
myself for like, oh, I should talk to my dad more, or like, I was a dickhead the other day when I did that, and I never even thought about. And then I like see something in like water or like a fire or a bug or something, and then I'll just
real
out
shit,
of that.
though, real
you
shit,
know?
though, because it's like, what is that? That's what I mean. It's like,
But when I sober up, I'm like, there's
still
validity.
imprinted.
There was
You're imprinted.
validity in that.
Exactly.
You know,
I mean,
that's
honestly,
like my
that-
subconscious. There was contact with the subconscious.
bro,
you know,
that the first time I took mushrooms, I was like 16 or 17, and that completely altered the trajectory of my entire life forward. Obviously, the better is why I'm sitting right here. It doesn't. The first time I fucking felt and heard a tree breathe, you know what I'm saying?
you know.
That
Do
sounds
know
crazy.
what you're saying. No,
but,
I know.
But
I know
I'm saying
exactly.
not to you, but no. The first time that I knew trees were alive, but I never felt it.
Same.
I never fucking heard it. I never. No. The fucking tree
It's like you could hear it grow.
was breathing. No, it was living, and it even heard me. It felt me back when I felt it. It touched me back. It fucking reciprocated the resonance.
Right.
And I just never felt that before the first time I took psychedelics. You know what I mean? And that set me on an entirely fucking, I was already on that trajectory, but that just completely pointed that fucking arrow in that direction, you know what I mean? 'Cause I
That
like,
was your
wait a minute,
trajectory.
There's some whole other shit. I was
Yeah.
like, I knew it, but you know what I mean? But now I know it. Now I experienced it. Now I felt it. We don't fucking know shit until we see it as believing for us. We're sensual fucking beings.
Right.
You can't feel it, touch it, see. Bro, that was when I was like, oh, wait. Yep. Yeah, I was like, there's, okay.
I'm this.
I was like, there is some other
That-
shit.
yeah.
I knew it. I knew there was other shit.
Yeah.
Not the shit they were saying. You know what I was like? I knew there was other shit. And that was like the confirmation. And that's what like just set me on just a spiritual journey to be like, wait a minute. I don't know about all this shit everybody's talking about. You know what I'm saying? You gotta like fucking, you got a journey. There's more journeys than like fucking traveling. And like, you could travel all type of ways. You know what I mean? Like you can do all type of shit.
Have you ever read Star Maker?
Nah.
Okay, so I got like halfway through it. It's a pretty healthy book, but I got like halfway through it. It's by George Stapleton or something, or I can't remember. Can you look that up? Star Makers. I think it's something I want to say it's George Stapleton.
Fact checker.
Yeah, book. Or maybe it's like Olaf.
Stapleton.
Olaf. See, Olaf.
Damn, my
Stapleton.
nigga, Olaf. That's
Yeah,
fucking.
yeah.
That's a
I knew there was
fire-ass
Olaf.
name.
Said it right, but
That's zany.
it's basically about, and like I said, I haven't finished it, and I'm just restarting it because I've had it for hella years. I don't even have the cover anymore. It's like
I love that.
But basically is a book that starts off and the whole thing is an astral projection. Is like this person astral projecting into the cosmos, not being comfortable at first, like what the fuck, like kind of being disembodied, like trying to look and there's no body, there's no nothing there, and he becomes a perspective, astral project, and eventually learns how to navigate it, meets up with other travelers, which is say other points of perspective, and sort of travel the universe and see a million different and like innumerable amounts of planets and solar systems and every type of life and outcome and ecosystem. Like there's like, you know, intelligent avian planets where it's like, oh, this is a bird planet, but they're just as smart and comparable to us, if not smarter. And then there's these indescribable alien like blob type things. And then there's things that you wouldn't think is life, but it's like invisible,
We
like
only think of
microbia
carbon-based
or whatever.
fucking life. And shit.
Yeah. But it's
Bro,
a super interesting
we're mostly
book.
bacteria.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like trillions just in our stomach alone.
Bro,
There's
I
like,
want to say we're something like 40% bacteria or something crazy like that. Look it up. Look it up. Look it up.
Look it up.
It's something crazy. It's like
The human body contains trillions of microorganisms, outnumbering human cells by 10 to 1.
exactly.
Outnumbering human cells 10 to 1. Bacteria.
So we're mostly, not even mostly, we're all bacteria.
Which is crazy because you seen that
right?
shit where like the
So
zombie
what's the
ants.
difference?
Have you
So-
seen those zombie ants?
Of course, yeah.
Where it's like bacteria
yeah,
take it on as a
yeah.
host and it goes
so look,
crazy.
So that goes back to my shit about being a
What if
mold.
we're zombies?
Who says we're supposed to be symbiotic and fucking harmonious?
Yeah.
That's
We're
an
zombie
ideal.
ants.
That's an ideal. But who says that that's what we are? Clearly, we're not. If you're looking at what's happening and what's been happening as far as we've been here, we never have been harmonious. And maybe it's idealistic to be like, oh yeah, one day we're gonna turn it around. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But maybe this is just what we are and who we are. And maybe we're gonna colonize other planets to fuck those up too. And then other shit to fuck that up too. Maybe that's what the fuck
But maybe
we do.
it's not. It's like the whole being, like mold or bacteria.
Exactly.
Where,
We're
that
mostly
planet
bacteria.
is-
We're literally
like
mostly
when-
bacteria.
When you
So-
die, the bacteria, like that's the trillions of bacteria in your body. When you die, it eats you. And so it's like maybe
eat
these
the-
planets are already dying, and
We
we're
are
the
eating the
bacteria
planets.
that's supposed
We're
to
eating
go.
the planets.
That's interesting.
we were eating this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, depending on your perspective, we're doing a great job.
Right. Yeah.
People don't look at it like that. It's all how you fucking choose to look at it. Oh, we're failing. The planet's dying. Yeah, maybe that's a good job. I'm not saying that's right or wrong. But what's right or fucking wrong, bro?
Yeah,
Like,
it's subjective.
you can call me a fucking philosopher and be like, yeah, you gotta believe in something. No, you don't, nigga. Believe is a fake word too. Nah. I just like to observe possibilities
Yeah.
and fucking entertain all angles of
Me too.
perspectives that I can possibly comprehend. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because nigga, I don't fucking know either. You know? But if I was to say from the looks of shit, that's probably what's happening. We're 10 to 1 bacteria cells. So we're bacteria then. We're not us, we're bacteria. We're 10 to 1. We're bacteria. We're spreading all over this fucking planet and killing it like bacteria.
Oh.
Now we're trying to
makes
fucking
sense.
dip. Now we're trying to dip
To other hosts.
and go fuck with them
Yeah.
and kill those. Like, but, nigga,
But
that
yeah,
sounds the same. Like,
That's,
it
and
sounds.
that's the same shit with those. So now the question becomes like,
Those
already
ants
there's
aren't
the
ants,
free
those
will.
are bacteria.
Yeah, yeah,
What's
yeah.
free will?
Yeah,
A
yeah.
fucking
That's a whole.
idea,
And that's a
bro.
whole
It's like-
can of worms, so to speak.
Because
But
maybe the free will is controlled by the bacteria. Maybe our only will is to fucking destroy.
that's interesting. That is very interesting. And like, like you said, it's when you did, mushrooms or what is it, LSD? The
It was
first
mushrooms,
mushrooms,
yeah.
the first. It set you on a different trajectory. Like your brand, LSD. Like that's what you know what I mean. That's the umbrella. Love, sex, drugs. That it all makes sense. And the album series, all that. But the new album, Cry Now, Die Later.
Yes.
What inspired that? The title or what, just the process. 'Cause
Well,
go ahead.
Yeah, well, I mean, for me, like, basically the translation for Cry Now, Die Later is be yourself while you still can. I feel like the state of being that we are in as a society, as a people, essentially, bro, we're a super organism, you know what I'm saying? The internet has connected everything to the point where we're a super organism, but it's like we're still these insignificant individuals in that super organism, and it's like you're constantly advertised to. Your brain isn't you don't even own your fucking thoughts, bro. Like you got ads no matter where you look, whatever you're doing. There's ads on this fucking video, nigga. Cha-ching.
This is
Fucking
an ad
pay-
about
we are
that
ads
album.
about it. You see what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
and it's like, bro, there's fucking like 9-year-olds killing themselves. Like, When I was 9, I don't even think I knew what. You know, it's like you're not supposed to know like that you can die. Yeah, you know what I mean.
I had a friend that did in 4th grade.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's also 9-year-olds that are murdering 9-year-olds, and it's like, I think it's a huge product of us being afraid to be ourselves, to express our true selves. Everything you see is a fucking smile or accolade, an accomplishment. You only fucking post the good shit. You only fucking.
We're curating our lives.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we're all humans, so we all have to know intrinsically that shit is false as fuck. And it makes people feel inadequate, and they don't have enough followers, and they don't have enough interactions and likes, and then their shit don't have enough, and then they feel like they're not as good as that. And then, you know, at the end of the day, I feel like we're all suffering from some type of new syndrome that's been created by our interconnectivity, that we are afraid to be ourselves, from plastic surgery and social media to fucking just the entire idea of everything is marketed and advertised, is that we're only this fucking ideal. We're on this fucking curated fucking phony picture of who we really are.
Social media is like the new mirror. Like when the
But
mirror
it's a fake
was,
mirror. It's a funhouse mirror.
Right.
Social media is a funhouse mirror,
Ooh.
but everybody else doesn't. Everybody doesn't realize that.
Yeah.
Only the people at the top realize that.
Yeah.
Just like everything else, like with
Same
money or
thing
anything.
when the mirror was introduced. Only like the royal families and aristocracy and shit could afford a mirror, and it changed the way they dressed, the way they looked, presented themselves to the world, and it shifted culture, you know. And it's the same
that's the
thing,
whole thing.
with, right?
And so to me, that's why I called it. It's Cry Now Die Later, and it's in all caps because it's a fucking, it's an exclamation, you know what I mean? And it's supposed to just call individuality and the entire spectrum of being a human yourself into question, and let you know that like that's fucking allowed, and not like only allowed, that's encouraged. That's like what the fuck you're supposed to do. Like fucking love, fucking fight, fucking cry, fucking lie, fucking tell the truth, fucking fuck, fucking get mad, fucking punch somebody, fucking apologize. You know what I'm saying? It's like cry now, die later, because nigga, it's already too late. You're dead. Like being born is a death sentence. I mean, so it's like, why are you fucking wasting your time trying to like present a fucking idea? It's like, nah, nigga, like the whole entire point is that we are gifted with this fucking array of senses and feelings and fucking, it's okay to be them all. You don't have to be the motherfucking battle rapper with the backwards hat. I don't have to be the motherfucking light skinned fucking, no, nigga, I'll do whatever, nigga. I'll fucking do this on that track, and then I'll fucking sing Michael Jackson on this one, nigga, and then I'll fucking write a movie. Do whatever, nigga. Like, so that's always been my fucking brand, though, in general. It's just, I just want people to fucking understand that we're all fucking weird and fucked up, and that's the cool part. You know what I mean? Like that, so don't hide that shit. If your makeup's fucked up because you've been crying, baby, post that picture. You're like, fucking, you know, that song that, you know, that's not that good, you might not want to slap it in the Uber for me, but keep working on that shit. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, be yourself. Like, I get it, do you? Because that's what the fuck I do. And so that's basically what it's all about. And so it's just a collection of songs of a lot of crazy ass shit, and, you know, an array of shit.
What I like about the album's crazy, by the way. I bumped it a couple of times now.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah,
Thank you.
stupid, fire. You know what I mean? And it's like this is gonna sound. It's like Lil Wayne meets Neil deGrasse Tyson.
That's like literally my two like favorite people in the world. Are you kidding me, bro? That's crazy.
Yeah, it's like
damn.
It's
that's
free,
a quote.
But
That's a quote. I'm writing that shit. Illmac says. It's like Lil Wayne meets Neil deGrasse. Damn.
Yeah, the concepts are crazy, but it's free, and you can tell it's really unadulterated. You could feel more than anything your vibes. But I feel like you've always been that, and I feel like it's just always just a growth process where you come just more and more. Like you can sense the freedom and how you feel and what you're saying in the music.
One of the biggest freedoms is that, I mean, I still write, but I didn't write any of that down. Like lately, I haven't been writing most of it when I'm in my own controlled environment. Mm-hmm. I don't like physically write shit down anymore. And you know, if I'm going to the lab and there's other people fucking, sometimes you end up be fucking prepared. I don't want to, but because it could take 10 minutes, it could take an hour. I don't know. Right. But all of my shit recently for the past like year or so, bro. I don't write shit down anymore. I just go. And I punch and then I go and I punch and then I fucking just do whatever fucking.
So when you do that, are you writing in your head small chunks?
For sure.
I start. Or do you freestyle? Do you ever do the record freestyle a little bit?
Entirely.
Just kind of go.
Entirely.
Yeah.
Entirely. I definitely start with something.
Right.
Because I can't just be, this is the song that, no. It's like, I got a hook, or I got a bridge, or I got a fucking first, yeah, for sure. And then, but I just try to keep it as unadulterated. That's why it's crazy that you use that, because that's actually been the goal. It's like, I feel like I'm at a level in writing, bro, we write all kinds of shit. Like, raps is fucking one thing we write all type of shit, from literature to fucking scripts to fucking, whatever, bro. And the same as this fucking thumb to fucking phone interface is a fucking impediment, I've started to feel like the writing is actually holding me back. And ever since that, I started feeling like that and started pushing my mind to a different plateau as far as speed of thinking and ability to recall instantly. It's only made it better. That's what's trippy. But it makes perfect sense. You know what I mean? Like I'm pushing. I don't have that comfort zone. I'm pushing it now, and I'm like, I didn't need that actually. That was actually one step too much. I don't need to write that shit down and read it. I don't need to do that anymore. Not that I do that still. But I'm saying in general, when I'm at my home lab or when I'm in a comfortable lab where I can just take out whatever, where I'm not trying to like, if there's not a bunch of people on track and I'm trying to like make sure everybody has, I don't choose to not write anything down anymore. Yeah. Nothing on the album that I write down. It just was something. It was a product of an idea that I fucking nurtured into. Let it go where it goes. That's the thing. That's the difference. Is it just goes where it goes. It's not in a box. It's physically not in a box. Yeah. A paper is a fucking box, bro. Yeah.
You got the margins.
You even write beside the margins. I used to always try not to write beside the margins just to try to get out the box. You see what I'm saying? I used to always like write. If I try to write it different, just because I don't want to be on the fucking lines. And so now I'm taking that out. The equation, period.
I definitely know that.
I'm only saying shit now.
Yeah.
Sometimes it sucks, but then sometimes I say something that I literally never, ever, ever, ever could have written down ever, because I just wouldn't have thought like that. Mm-hmm. I might freestyle the same fucking 4 bars fucking 15 times, but I might do a whole song in fucking 5 minutes now. Right. That's the difference, bro. That's the crazy part. Yeah. Some of those songs, bro, on that album, bro, that's just like it's literally just I'm just going.
Streams of
I'm just going. A couple takes and like a couple punches, but it's just like I'm just going, and that's why it sounds like that. Yeah, and that's why I really feel like I've tapped into something.
Sounds
different.
Like a current.
Exactly. It's a feeling. It's a vibe. It's just a thing. It doesn't. It's not a. You can tell it's just like, but then it also has the fucking properties of, a writer. I'm a writer, so I'm still, structuring it, but.
You're always going to have content. You can't. Everything from the freestyle era, like the way you think, you're gonna have content. That ain't the problem. That's never been.
And so that's why I'm streamlining it. I'm like, bro, trust yourself.
Yeah.
Just go. I told those, bro. I was making a song. That's why I was originally late, because I just fucking made a fucking dope ass beat and thought of a dope rhythm. And I'm like, oh, I gotta record this real quick. I'm pretty sure it's just pretty tight, but that's the whole thing. It's like, I don't even know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll go back and fucking slap that shit and be like, damn, that shit was fire. Or I'll be like, it was whatever. But I felt that frequency at that time, and you gotta just fucking let that shit go.
Yeah.
That's the real shit. It's the fucking uncut, raw fucking shit that you can't even make up yourself if you try. It's a fucking another consciousness.
I've just started to dip in that. So when I remember like when I first started coming around Chase, like 09 or like 09, 2010, I wasn't writing at that time.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, when I first mentioned it.
Yeah, but I was writing.
But yeah,
it was in my head. But I found that taking out the lines and everything, how I'd write, my rhythm stepped up, and my flow stepped up, and then eventually I would write hella quick, you know what I mean, and all this stuff.
That's the thing now, yeah.
And then I was like, let me switch it back up and go back to writing a little bit, but still implement those tools. And I went back to writing a little bit, and I noticed my content.
I've definitely done
up,
like that. I've literally exactly.
And then now I've been doing where I had written material. And I go in and I was like, I've practiced it this way. And I've done sessions where I've recorded myself. And I'm like, that's how I would do it. And I'm like, no, I got to memorize whatever I'm not. And I got one verse written out. And I'm like, how would it do if I like yelled this or didn't do it?
Exactly.
Yeah. And then the second verse, I'll do that, the stream of consciousness, where I'm like basically freestyling and punching when it's natural.
I mean, a lot of shit is like, my first take is just scat.
Yeah.
If I feel the beat, that's how I start a lot of shit. If I feel the beat, I just fucking hit record. I don't care. I might say something tight. I might not say any words, but I'm about to hit a couple rhythms. I'm about to hit some shit. It's because see, contrary to bro, I'm a lyricist. Like, I'm a poet, and I fucking care about every fucking syllable I write. With that said, there's a balance between knowing what to say and when to say it. And
how.
And more importantly than what you're saying, or even how it sounds, is how it feels. And that's all that matters about music to me. I don't care what you say. And that's coming from a fucking painstaking lyricist.
Yeah.
It still doesn't matter what I say unless it feels this way. You know what I'm saying? 100%. That's the only way that what I'm saying will fucking even make sense. Is if it feels that way that I'm saying it.
Yeah.
Because you can say whatever, nigga, and it can be tight and it can rhyme, but it didn't feel that way.
It's like that relationship meme or whatever, the quote, like, people don't remember what you say, they remember how you make them feel. Now apply that to music.
It's literally like that, because it doesn't matter. Because you could easily say way less and still have the same effect.
Yeah.
I just choose to say it, but you can still have that same effect if you make it feel like that.
Right.
Obviously, we've seen
that's
the point. Like,
I'm sure this is the case with you. There's tons of artists who I'm like, I know, knowing, my background and lyricism and all this shit, like, I should technically like this artist, but I don't feel it. I'm like, their lyrics, bro, I get it, are tight, but I don't feel it.
I think J. Cole's terrible, bro. Shout out J. Cole. I get it. People like it, nigga. You're not fucking supposed to all like the same shit. I think that shit is just weak. It's fucking corny, and I don't relate to it. But that's me. That don't mean J. Cole is yes or no.
Doesn't it start the record?
It actually does, bro.
What's the quote?
And that's just another freestyle. Like, that's just wake up in the morning, 10 splits to the face. Y'all J. Cole ass niggas never can relate. It's just simple as that. That's how I feel about his music. I'm like, every time I hear it, I'm like, yeah, he raps pretty cool. His voice is kind of cool. The beat's kind of cool. It just sucks. It sucks to me. I'm like, this sucks. I just don't like it. But that's
there's lots of examples.
It doesn't mean it sucks. It means I think it sucks.
Yeah.
And people, we're in this age right now where it's so fucking clickbait and so fucking divisive. Minded thinking where it's always left or right, or it's up or down, or it's fucking conservative or liberal, and that doesn't exist. That's what crying out. No, it's you, nigga. You're you.
Yeah.
Nigga, fucking scream, nigga, cry, fucking like you're no. That doesn't make sense. Oh, you think gay marriage is good, so you obviously think this, or you want to own guns, so you think this. That doesn't even make fucking sense. But people are boxing themselves into that because society's psyche is obviously going to be influenced by advertising and marketing. But people don't work like that. Real people don't work like that.
We also, it's like an evolutionary thing where we tend to put things in boxes in general.
And it's
because
tribalism.
our
You're
brain
going
is
with your
such a
tribe,
compressor.
too.
We got to compress large amounts of information to small, useful pieces. So rather than like trying to take in someone's individualism or their special, you latch on to a specific characteristic that's like, that sounds familiar. I've heard that before.
Yeah.
I relate that to this. So you're here. You go in this box. I'll remember that. Moving on to the next piece of information.
And I try my hardest. Who knows to what level of success to be objective when it comes to shit like that, because I stopped listening to J. Cole, like an album or two ago. I've still heard the fucking every album at least once, but I used to be like, all right, what's people talking about, and I'm like, I don't like this shit. You feel me? But that's what you gotta. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
I don't have to like it, and if I don't like it, don't mean I can never fucking listen. First of all, there's fucking smackers on every album, obviously.
Right.
As a whole, I usually like 2 or 3 fucking songs. That's not good to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I get that. There's still those songs, and I'm like, yo, that shit smack. Duh, that's undeniable. But everything else is subjective, and if it's not undeniable, it's different to me. And now, that just goes into like what's undeniable, because nigga, obviously the nigga's platinum and all, that's good. But people are just told what to fucking do and what to like so fucking often that we're now growing up not knowing that it's ever a choice. Because it's not. Because from the time you're fucking 2 years old and can fucking see straight, there's fucking, Kylie Jenner in your fucking face and fucking down. So it's like, well, nigga, what the fuck do you think they're gonna think? Like, it's obvious.
Even your parents or whoever is imprinting
Well, they're already doing
and biases from day one.
And they're already controlled by the same exact shit, too.
Yeah.
So now you're watching the shit, seeing the billboards, fucking your parents talking about it, and then they wonder why you're not different. You know what I mean? And so when I think we had the rare opportunity to be a little bit fucking different, I think it's important to fucking tell people that, scream at motherfuckers, nigga, that's okay. Like, do that. You should. Growing up in school is like, you're a nerd. You don't want to be different. You know what I mean? So like, everything always conditions you to like be the same, to like be a drone, to like do this. And like, it's like, no, that's don't do that shit.
It's like the jocks being like, you're a nerd. That the jocks peak in high school.
Yeah, it's like,
they go work at a business, and the nerds go to Silicon Valley. And they become billionaires.
It's like,
so what do we?
Just do whatever the fuck you want.
Embrace that.
Because everybody's wrong. But like that. There's no right. There's no. Look, I'm not saying go murder niggas. But I'm saying in general in life. Everybody's wrong. Nobody knows what they're doing. Nobody has a fucking answer.
It's a Jay-Z quote. Anyone could tell you how to do it, ain't never done it. You know what I mean? And that applies to life, because
that's it.
You remember when you were young, like, at least for me, it's like, once I get to a certain age, like 22, 23, 25, 30, like, everything will just make sense and gel. And then it was
the biggest fallacy was believing that there was grown-ups.
Yeah, 100%. No, it's older
There's
kids.
No such thing.
They're just as lost.
Grown-ups. Remember that? Yeah. Remember the grown-ups?
Don't exist.
There's no such thing.
No.
You are too.
The other day, true
you just
story.
got a little bit more shit backed up in your head.
But
you're not that different.
And my head's the same size as when I was 2, too.
Facts.
No, but the other day, I was leaving Whole Foods, and there was this kid. He's probably like young school, maybe second grade, say. Probably first, so let's say second grade. And there's a pumpkin display outside of Whole Foods on Ventura. And the kid's like, oh, should I grab that? I didn't know what he was talking about, but he's talking to his friend, right? And me just being a smart ass walking by, I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, do it, grab it. And he's like, for real? And he looked at me, he's like, for real? I was like, yeah, fucking grab it, kid. Ha, 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 ha. I was leaving, right? But I didn't even know he was talking about pumpkins, nothing. I was just kind of, being a troll. And he's talking to his friend about something. I didn't so then I pull out of the parking lot. I come around.
He's running with a
pumpkin. Obviously, in the where he throws it in the street. And like my first instinct is like roll down the window like blah. And then I like pulled away from the light. Cause he's like, I'll go get another one. I'm like, do it. And I hit the corner and then I realized like, oh shit, I'm an adult. I just told that kid who's looking at me like an adult, steal the pumpkin. I'm like, I didn't realize that that's what I was doing. Because I never thought of like, I'm an adult telling this kid. And I was like, damn, I need to.
And he thinks that.
Yeah, that's he was like, the adult said it was.
Because you're like, wait. Oh, me?
Oh shit! Like, I'm an adult.
You're like, no,
yeah, I thought,
no, please don't.
Yeah, I perpetually think of myself as like an older kid.
It's true. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the big lie of childhood. Is fucking thinking adults exist.
Yeah,
thinking your parents are somebody like that they. Yeah, they know more than you, but not that much.
Yeah,
That's the funny part. It's like, yeah, they're a lot older. Yeah, they know more, but not that much. It's also older times, too.
Yeah. Things were slower.
By the time you're 12, you're going to be smart.
There wasn't no internet.
You should be
Kids are way smarter than
Are you kidding me? If you're not smarter than your parents by 8 now, you're stupid, bro. Are you kidding me? My niece and nephew are 10 times smarter than me. Yeah. Bro, I'm intelligent as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
Compared, I'm also stupid. But compared to most people I know, not you included, you're smart, bro. People are stupid. Compared to them, I consider myself intelligent. Compared to my niece and nephew, they're twins, they're 5, they are 10 times smarter than me, bro. Easily. Like, it's fucking wild. They know how to operate any fucking computer item. Nigga, I code websites and do, nigga, they are crazy. My nephew Caleb, this nigga was shooting basically a documentary, bro, on a fucking iPad for like 30 days. He's 5 years old. He had a fucking vlog diary, bro, daily for like 20-something days, bro. Looking at the shit and then fucking filming shit.
That's crazy.
Are you kidding me? I was like, what in the world is he doing? Like, that's just normal to him. That's just what he got when he got the iPad. Like, he borrows his sister's iPad and just fucking, that's what he fucking thinks to do with it. That's smarter than anybody that I know, bro. Like, because he's 5.
Mm-hmm.
They get like, stop. Like, he's about to be 6. Stop it. He's making movies. Stop it.
That's fine.
I was not thinking about movies. I was writing dope-ass paragraphs and poems at 6, though.
Yeah.
And we thought that was genius, because it was then.
My niece,
now he's making fucking iPad movies,
That's
bro.
insane, man.
It doesn't make
they're
sense.
Advanced.
He's talking to himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now I'm...
It's the technology and being it's like a thing where you can interact and kind of see like other kids and reflections of yourself. You learn more. It's like, for instance, take recording or things when we were young. I'd go to look up in the yellow pages, go to like some like dude who was in a rock band who had Pro Tools and this shit, right? Now it's like anyone can record because it's just accessible. So I'm like, yo, kids' music is way better.
It's DNA.
And my niece, actually, she's 3, my little brother's daughter, and she like freestyles songs, but not rapping, like singing. And at first I thought she was singing songs. What? So I was like, yo, she was like, hey, to my girl, she's like, hey, can I sing you a song? And starts like plucking away on the organ. Like,
she's 3?
Yeah, 3. And on the organ, actually she just turned 4. But Yeah,
Cool,
but
right.
she's
All right,
playing
great,
on
right.
the
Nigga
organ
said,
and singing a song and like hella coherent ass lyrics though, and she's making it up. And at first I was like, what song is that? She's like, I just made it up. I'm like, nah.
I
was like, nah, because you were talking about like, I know like the things you don't say, and like that. I was like, what the hell? and then you know, it came down to where I'm spending time with her.
I swear,
my girl
I
went
get
back
it.
home and
I
there was a
get
bad
it.
day.
And she's
I'm
still
like,
making up
I was like,
raps.
yo, Nick, she's like, where's Neil? I was like, she's having a bad day. And she's like, should
have
I sing
a
her
bad
a song? And I was
Stop
like, yeah,
it.
I'll press record
Stop
on my
it.
voice mode. And she started singing like, don't be sad, you're the best, I love you, whoa, whoa, whoa. And like hitting little scales and shit. I was like, what the hell? I was like, man, your kids are too advanced.
Like, leave me alone. Like, stop. That's what I mean. No, they're infinitely more intelligent than I am. For sure. I don't get how he gets that. Yeah, I'm like, I don't get how he fucking gets that he can just make a movie. But that's normal and regular as fuck to him. It's like,
it's like the normal culture
It's
because we're
DNA.
documenting.
it's in your DNA, man.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Man.
He's like, yeah. iPad movies? Duh. Like,
You know, I'm sure.
What else would I do with this iPad?
Yeah, I see it. Other, using it. This is how.
That's
of
what
course.
you do. You like fucking.
Their brains expand. Learn, take
smarter,
on things so
faster.
much faster. Yeah.
Exponential.
Shit's wild, man. Just seeing that natural process. Like on tour years ago, I seen a video of a baby like look on its stomach, like looking at a magazine and trying to maximize the picture because it would play with like an iPad
my nephew,
and it's like on a magazine, like on a book, like.
my older nephew, not one of the twins, who's about 9 or 10 now. This was when he was like 3. My granny was showing him a fucking. So this is 6 years ago. My granny showed him a fucking photo album, and he was trying to swipe the fucking photos. That's just in the DNA.
Yeah.
He knows what that is. It's a photo album,
Right.
And he would literally. He was going.
He's like, this is slow.
Yeah, he's like,
Your
internet
internet
connection
connection
He's
is
like, this
slow.
shit sucks.
He's like, what's the
He's like,
US?
this shit sucks.
What's the Wi-Fi
He was
password?
3 years old and he was trying to swipe the fucking picture, just the individual photos. Like, he was doing that. And I'm like, how does he? This is DNA. He knows that shit. He's like, nah, I hate this. Hey, why are you flipping the shit? Like, just like move it.
Yeah, that's the.
He's like, that's weird. Like,
Yeah,
what? No,
expedite this
He's like,
whole
move
thing.
it. Yeah, just move it. And it wasn't working. And you could see him like
frustrated.
literally like he didn't get it because he was like, you know what I mean? Like, what? He's like, what the
That's
fuck?
not how I've
Yeah,
experienced.
he's like, this is
it.
whack. Yeah, he's like, it's not moving, right?
Yeah.
And my granny, the other trippy part is my granny didn't know what he was doing.
Damn, that's like both ends of the spectrum.
And it was me experiencing it. And she didn't know what he was doing. And he didn't know what the fuck she was doing. It was crazy. It was complete
Generation
disconnect.
gap
And I'm
of,
watching it like, wow. She's trying to show this nigga pictures and he doesn't, he's not trying to see it. Like, he's just like, yeah, like, go. Like,
I don't follow this person.
yeah, he's like, what's your Instagram, grandma? Like, that nigga was not, he's like, nigga, like, where's the other photo? Like, I'm done. Like, and she's like,
We lightweight grew up in that last generation where
we're in the
analog
perfect-
to digital, you know what I
we're in
mean?
the perfect pocket when it comes to that shit.
I was young. I used to play with sticks in the backyard and like play war.
Pogs,
and,
bro.
Yeah, Pogs. It's like all, which has its own
Hide and
conspiracy.
seek. Have
Do you
niggas
remember
played-
getting rid of your Pogs? I'll answer it for
I
you.
moved around a lot, but
no
nah.
one does. Pogs just disappeared at one point. Like everyone I talked to, no one knows. It just Pogs were no longer. One day you were fist fighting a kid over a slammer. The next
My
day
sister
you
beat a nigga up over a slammer
Pokemon
one
cards.
time.
What?
My sister beat a nigga up over stealing my slammer. This nigga was fucking. He was good, bro.
You said it like a tremendous.
He was good. He was very skilled at pogs.
Took multiple envelopes of my
He was
8-ball
fucking me over, bro.
cobra with wings,
He was
breathing
fucking-
flame
he was fucking me over,
pogs.
bro. And he was fucking me over so bad he stole all my pogs. Nigga.
All the hologram joints and all.
Bro. My sister had to go whoop his ass. I was a bitch. I had to go snitch on that nigga. I was not having that shit. Like, no, nigga. I need my pogs. Nigga.
No.
Nigga had all of them. He's a white boy nigga named fucking like Noah or something.
Was he
weird,
older?
Nigga. Of course. He's taking advantage of me. He's taking advantage of me.
Yeah.
This nigga stole all my shit. He was really good.
Now
It's like, you know, when you do the flip move, it's like, you like call
I
something and
actually
you flip it.
don't remember playing. Like, I feel like I played a couple times, but I don't remember like the rules or playing pause. I remember just like trading, and like I always was
I used
like
to try to sell them.
I was poor. I always got like. I always got toys like when everyone else was kind of over them, and like I remember having like this many pogs in a little sleeve,
like
and like everyone had the like tools. They had like the bong. Remember like the bong plastic,
he filled
the
up one
red
of
thing?
mine, and I was like, ah! That was my sister. She's 4 years older than me, and she got hands. I'm like,
Yeah.
Chad or whatever. It was like,
I feel like I was the kid that would just like go up and watch people gamble pogs and then just like show mine, like and try to trade or something. Like I was too scared. Like I just got these. Like I'm scared to lose.
I just got it.
It's like the kid who would like watch other people play video games at the arcade. Like go up and try to get lives after. Like maybe
I'm not trying to play against you.
Yeah.
Street Fighter? No.
Yeah. Oh, there's a continue.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, man. This shit's wild, man. But I don't know, man. What do you have any moves with the new album coming up or what?
Shit, we just dropped the Ben Sasson video
Right.
a couple days ago or yesterday or something like that.
Yeah. The Junkyard video.
The Junkyard Kid.
Yo, hold on one sec. I gotta take a piss, but I actually that's a funny story. I want to chop it up. If there's any questions for Sat, I'll be real quick.
Sat, what's your favorite color?
Nah, fuck that. That's fucking stupid.
What is color?
Color? What, my favorite color? I like. That's just weird. I like color. What? Your favorite one? What type of pretentious bastard has a favorite color? I like red. I like blue. Like, stop, bro. They're colors. They're fucking beautiful. I've seen colors you've never seen. For sure.
I think my mic is still on.
Let's see, what other questions?
While I'm urinating right now. Don't be awkward
Battle
about it.
questions.
Aw, these niggas. Ask me one, fuck it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's so funny. Greg has the lav on, you can hear him pissing.
Awesome.
Just listen
Awesome.
to the sound.
Whoa, who are you? When did you get here? What the fuck?
Function.
That's amazing.
What's your favorite anime?
Shit.
I was trying to
I
piss
think
in
I
the
like
bowl, so
Bleach.
the mic didn't pick
My
it
favorite
up.
anime is probably
Right
Bleach.
now?
My homie Psychosis. You know Psychosis, right?
Yeah.
Fucking Psychosis is like the most fucking zaniest fucking like. He's a comic book character himself. So this nigga used to like. He had the most modded out Xbox of all time, which did not include Christmas. Note that. And this nigga had also all the craziest fucking animes and fucking comic books and like fucking crazy shit. And I think of the names I can remember is for sure Bleach. But he has some rare ones that were like some like halfway like fucking like hentai fucking porno shit. That was like fucking wild as fuck too, but I don't remember what this shit was called. GoldenEye's the shit. Man. Are you Golden Gun with Odd Job? Fuck with me.
That was a cheat though.
Golden Gun with Odd Job? You're done.
My fault. I was definitely talking in there because I realized my
He was
lab
doing
mic was
cocaine in the
probably
bathroom. I left him alive. I left him alive on the toilet.
All right, Greg. What question?
Oh yeah, so the video for Ben Sussin, which is on YouTube right now, you're telling me something I thought was pretty funny, because it takes place in a junkyard, right?
So it's funny. So all right, so we shot the video in some valley. It's like out there. Take two.
This is on the lab.
Hitman hollering.
So we shot the fucking video in this junkyard in Sun Valley. It's like out. It's actually like 10 minutes away from where Nick lives. So we know obviously you ain't supposed to like fucking shoot like fucking feature films in there. You know what I'm saying? So
You go in there and they think like it's gonna
this
salvage
nigga has
some
like
parts.
damn near the same fucking camera, but like a smaller one. Mm-hmm. It's like some crazy red camera that we fucking had to pay like $200 to get the fucking app for it, but we didn't pay. We just had the other homie sign in on his fucking iCloud on the phone to get the shit.
Fire.
And so we go in. Now it's hilarious because I'm with Lanka and I'm with Nick and Louise, two fucking Latino niggas. So it basically looks like a chick like trying to go get parts for her shit. It's fucking hella racist, but funny. Because that's exactly how it looked. And so we pull up, backpacks and shit. And we got like $20,000 of fucking camera equipment in our fucking bag. We know they're going to check us on the way out, but not on the way in. They just see backpacks and they assume, well, yeah, you're going to like fucking go, you know, get some shit.
Yeah.
So as soon as we get up in there, we just go to the furthest corner. It like closes in like 45 minutes. We just go to the furthest corner of this motherfucker, find some dope shit. Nick starts setting up the camera. This shit looks like the fucking The Walking Dead or some shit. And like the whole time we're convinced like we're gonna get fucking popped for sure. These niggas are gonna
come
come
on.
like,
You ain't salvaging spark plugs. You got
yeah,
a little
easy and like a fucking
ash on this side.
fucking
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
fucking looking out, and we shot there for a smooth hour, like fucking no problems and shit. But then on the way out, because you know, I gotta check your fucking bag. You can't just be stealing shit. You gotta buy the shit. So we, on the way out, they're like opening up the bags and there's like red cameras and like hella like fucking big ass lenses and like crazy shit.
Like what car did you get this
out?
out?
Like what? Like what? And we're like, oh, like. And then we started acting hella foreign. And started acting like we were tourists.
No, blah, blah.
Like literally, I swear to God, like we just started looking at each other. You know when you look at each other, like,
What
but don't say anything. But don't say anything.
Is anyone else gonna jump in?
Yeah, and we're like, oh, the Uber, like Uber. And they're like, yeah, Uber, right?
Like what the
We
hell?
fucking went.
You walking in like, yeah, for sure, all right then.
Literally.
Walking out like Uber.
Okay, like
We just had to, take some pictures of the parts that we might need.
yeah, we're gonna take a fucking feature film of the fucking cars that we fucking worked on. Like, nah, that shit was hilarious, and then we just fucking dipped. It was crazy because they were like,
Get the
main dude was like, yeah, he was hot. Like he was fucking hot, bro. The he was not fucking with that shit. Cause there's a big ass sign. It's like no cameras. It's like the second thing on the sign. It's like, no, and we have like fucking feature film fucking cameras and shit, and huge lenses and fucking like bounce boards and shit.
Thanks for the free.
And we're like, yeah, peace. Uber. Like this nigga's like, oh, fuck y'all. Like,
get the fuck
you
out.
can't. Yeah, we're like,
What are you gonna do at that point? Like,
yeah, because what can you do? Like,
yeah.
we're just like, Uber. All right, like we got a dip. Like,
That's
this shit was
fire.
hilarious though, bro. And then, man, now it looks like we just got like the fucking craziest production. Fucking
Yeah,
like,
production. Boom. On y'all.
go look it. It's like $5 per person to get it and pay like $20 for the video. Like,
That's tight. Yeah, video's dope. The whole album is really tight,
you,
man. Yeah. Did you produce any joints on the album yourself?
yeah,
You did, right?
I co-produced Ben Sussin. I co-produced Hell Freeze. And then I produced by myself. Actually, I produced Paint and then Giraffe, the homie that mixed and mastered it. He did some shit on Paint. And then I also produced Sahtyre by myself. And then, yeah, I put like the bass on a couple shit. Me and Left Brain did Mobbin', and then Quest did like everything pretty much. Like the skeletons for pretty much everything.
But you had a hand in a lot of it.
Yeah.
When you're creating, like say, like writing to your own beat, is that a different experience? Because I've never produced my own beat. Is that a different experience than over someone else's?
I've like, I think I've grown as a producer like enough now to where I really think my beats are dope as fuck. And like when I'm playing back to back with some other beats, you can't tell the difference. It's just dope beats, you know? Whereas I used to be super, super critical to the point where it just wasn't on the same level to me. Like maybe 2-3 years ago. It's like, but the last year or so, I've made fucking like 400 beats this year. It's like, I'm just aspiring to get to the level of other niggas like fucking Quest and Chase and shit. It's like, just being around them and learning the techniques and shit. Now my shit sounds in my own vein, but it sounds comparable, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you couldn't pick out which ones I did or didn't do or had a hand in or not on the album.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's a group effort. We all had hands in a bunch of beats. There's like one beat that I made purely myself. There's like 2 or 3 beats that Quest made purely himself, but he made like 6 or 7 of the 9.
Yeah.
Me and Left made 1. Me and Quest made 3 or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's like, and then Andy, I mean, Burning Giraffe, like he mixed the whole shit and mastered, and that nigga's like just added a whole nother fucking layer. You know?
And I know you're like even hands-on with that too, like the
Gotta
mixing,
be,
you have your own, vision, and it's typed of more aspects that you can have, some control, even if it's just awareness of being able to communicate like all the EQ this way, or that, makes a big difference to really bring the vision full circle,
I mean, I'm a control freak when it comes to that shit, and it's like, at the same time though, the people that I'm surrounded with, I trust and know that they fucking are experts at their specific part of the craft. So it's like, when Andy do something, or Quest do something, or Chase do something, it's like, well, nigga, yeah. It's like, do whatever you fucking want to do.
Yeah.
I'll tell you if I don't like it.
Right.
As opposed to, I'll tell you if I like it, it's like, I'm gonna like it. I'll just tell you if I don't.
Yeah.
I'll say something if it's not good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if I don't want it to be like
doesn't
that,
fit in
I'll
the
say
vision.
that.
Right.
But other than that, anything you do is gonna be fucking better than what it's just gonna be better than what I thought. That's your fucking job. That's your value and your point in the process of it being like, I'm just there to like checks and balances it. But it's like, this is your artistic part. Oh, I think I should, what, nigga? No, just do it. I'll tell you how it sounds.
Right.
I'll tell you if I think it's good or not. You know what I mean? But this is your fucking time to shine, nigga. Make that shit sound however the fuck you think it would sound crazy.
Just don't fuck it up.
Literally. I'll let you know if it's not good.
Yeah.
Everything else you're gonna do is gonna be better than what, you know what I mean? Like better than how it sounds. Because you're taking what it sounds and you're fine-tuning it. So it's like, all right, cool. I don't like that. Other than that, they can just play. I'm a big fan of that, bro. Like,
you do like your artwork and all that shit.
Bro.
Like,
I like to fucking
the full vision, the scope of the vision.
Cause I'm playing, bro. It's about playing, bro. It's not a fucking. You can't take yourself too seriously in life and in art. It's just fucking just splash the fucking paint on the fucking canvas, bro.
Yeah.
Nobody can do it like you, regardless. However it falls is a way that it'll never fall for nobody else. And so it's like, you have to, once you get to a certain level of practice, I've just practiced so much, you know what I mean? And it's like, you begin to trust yourself in a different way as an artist where you understand that. It's like, if fucking Michelangelo just goes like that nigga already knows that shit's fire. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't have to do shit or like wonder. It's like, no, I know that shit's fire. and so once you begin to like just have that level of experience and like repetition to where you just like understand like that, it's like you just gotta go with it. And I want everything to be one story. So it's like, I mean, I Photoshop and fucking edit videos and direct videos and all that. Because to me, it's all the same thing. It's like from my lyrics to the beats to the, you know, everything is just like one part of the same story. So I want the frequencies to be as interconnected as possible. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how I feel like I most effectively could tell my story. You know? And so, also, I'm just a fucking psycho, fucking OCD, fucking weirdo that I want to make sure that everything is like the way I want it. But
well, it creates an amount of cohesion that's very apparent, you know, and it definitely feels natural. It feels like a stream of creativity, man. Like the new album's really dope. What's next? You got, you know.
Man, yeah, man, this is crazy.
This just came out, right? Crying Out Loud
like
just dropped
2-3 weeks ago. I fucking went to Spain, Barcelona, did a little fucking mini tour over there.
How was Spain?
That shit was one of the maniest, fucking most mind-expanding experiences that I've
never
had,
been, man.
bro.
I don't want to go.
It was really dope. It was like basically like the OG LA. It was like if you took like all the OG LA. Of LA, bro. I mean, it's fucking Christopher Columbus fucking hood, nigga. Like this nigga, like they do it right over there. You know, from the food to the fucking.
How long were you out there?
I was out there for like 8 or 9 days, bro. It was fucking. It was the longest I've ever actually been in one place outside of LA.
How many shows did you have?
3. Yeah,
3.
3 shows.
So you still had some days off to really enjoy.
And I had a radio show. I was on like the second biggest English-speaking radio show out in Barcelona with the homie fucking Bobby Bastos. That nigga's fucking crazy. And had a couple fucking dope-ass shows. And fucking still had the time in between to just like sightsee and like we shot a fucking video for Elon out there. We fucking shot a couple other shits for sure. I was out there with Fareed and Adam.
Yeah.
And we just like, it was fucking, it was
That's really dope, man.
Bro. It was really,
congrats. You're really killing it, man.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, for real, it's really
like,
dope.
It changed my whole perspective again. Like, it's another one of those experiences that I feel like it's setting me on just a different trajectory because it just like helped me to realize just how big the world is, how much there is to see, and how many people there are to fucking connect with, bro. And it's like
different ways to do
I've
things.
been all over the U.S. I've been, you know, a little bit of Canada, Mexico, fucking Dominican Republic, and now fucking Spain and Barcelona. It's like that's such a fucking microcosm of Earth, you know.
It's one like, pocket, one bubble.
Exactly. It's like, man, just the knowledge of there being so many other crazy and diverse and different fucking places is like they can potentially fucking alter my fucking consciousness the way that Barcelona did. Undoubtedly will. It's like that shit is a whole new type of fucking motivation for me, man. It's like it's beautiful. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. The more you travel and go to other places, I found like the more you learn about where you're from. You know, just seeing different things. That's really tight, man. The new album, Cry Now, Die Later.
Cry Now, Die Later. Fucking
everywhere on the internet.
On the internets.
Yeah.
Fucking SAHTLSD on Instagram. Sahtyre.com. Fucking. I love you, brother. I appreciate
I'm gonna have you back,
much,
man. This is just the first.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
man.
the first bubble within the bubble of our combos.
You know what? I'm gonna be popping up at the motherfucking Odd Future Carnival actually this year.
Let's go.
Yeah. Shout out to
Flog
my
Nah.
motherfucking young Flog Nah. Shout out to my nigga Left Brain, Mike G, fucking Moral, Hope Mind Gone, fucking. We got some crazy shit popping. Shout out to Trez. We got some shit coming. Me and Mac got some shit coming. Me and Chewy, fucking Chase Measy, Giraffe, Quest.
Yeah, we definitely got to cook one.
All that shit, man. I
Very
appreciate
soon.
y'all. Go watch the fucking Ben Sussa video too. Nick Rodriguez. Stop Sign Pros.
Definitely.
All that shit. Slap that shit right now. That shit is fucking.
We'll put the link in the description as well.
Do that.
Direct people. Yeah, been sussing out now. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you.
I love you, man. Thank you, bro. That was a fucking dope ass conversation.
Definitely was.
Always.
Thank you. Meanwhile, on Nerve.
Hardcore to be this way until my outro. Fuck around and turn LA into the South Pole. Praying on my downfall, hating on the down low. Take my name in vain when you say it, it's a mouthful. Burning sage, let it permeate. It feels like we're a world away, distant. Forgive me for my worldly ways, face judgment when I learned to fake interest. Burning frankincense at the pearly gates entrance, yeah. This gunpowder and holy water. The son's proud of the Holy Father. Grow sunflowers in total darkness. Got a dungeon that's underground for tortured artists. All my demons get along. They tell me trust your instincts even when they're wrong. Treachery amongst friends, you could read it in your palm. Cutting off your right hand like a thief in the Quran, yeah. Juggling Hennessy and hand grenades. Balancing enemies with family strains. Learning everybody can't be saved. At times you gotta amputate, cut them off. Ignore the phantom pains, fuck them.